Hello and welcome to What's on the Tape, where I take 40-year-old ZX Spectrum tapes, you know, those ones we made as a kid, and attempt to load and play them today. Okay, this week, I promised you last week, because I wasn't available, that this would be an epic. And if you're new to the channel, this will be an epic. This is massive. Look at them all. I'm doing all these tapes. It's huge. I like the case, by the way. The case is kind of cool. This came from one of my sort of usual sort of Spectrum sort of peoples that sort things out for me. But honestly, this is massive. Look at it. Look at this. Look at this. We've got tapes galore. So this one's going to be a long one, so strap in, make sure you've got a cup of some kind of drink or beverage of some sort to keep you going. But let's just start here and have a quick little look through and see what we've got coming up. So we have Escape. I think this is the... I'm looking above my head right now to see if I can see it. I do this every time. Oh, I can see it. I can see it. Let's hope I don't knock anything off the shelf while I get it. Hang on a second, you just stay there. I'll get this off the shelf. I have got Escape handy here. I think it's this Escape. Oh, got it. New generation Escape. There we go, that one. I think it's that Escape that we've got here. So we've got Escape coming, I think. So it's this one, where you basically run around a maze. It's really quite good. It's a 16K game. You run around a maze, sort of trying to find keys to escape to the next maze. We've got Android, which is, I think, the first one, and which I think I've got as well. This is a good week. Look at this. I've got that one as well. So there we go. Android. I think it's Android 1. It could be Android 2, but it looks like it could be Android 1, or it's something else completely. We got Fred, which is basically was Roland in the Caves, I think, on the Amstrad CPC. Slippery Sid, which is a snake game, which is very similar to sort of that one that I played recently, the indie title Snake Core, which is quite an old game now, but available on the channel to have a little look at. We've got Pac-Man, we've got Bubble Trouble. I've played this one before. This one is, I think it's Atlantis. I can't remember exactly, but Bubble Trouble is all about brewing beers. We've got Labyrinth, we've got Horace and the Spiders, an absolute sort of classic. You know, we all know Horace and the Spiders. This one we seem to have a Microgen, is it? I can't remember. Micromega, sorry. We've got Automania, which is basically where Wally goes to work. Everyone's a Wally, which is a stunningly impressive game for its time, but I was really rubbish at it. All I did is end up walking around, which I'll probably do this time around. Back to School. We had School Days the other week. Ant Attack by the marvellous Sandy White. A game that should have made him a billionaire, because he of Solid Soft, I think, painted it was, basically for 3D graphics. So we got that one, and then we've got Scrabble and Football Manager. That could be the addictive version of it, it's called. We've got Super Chess 2, we've got Speech Chess, and we've got Othello, like a bit of Othello or Reversi. And let's see what else we've got on here. Let's have a little look. We have snooker, we have match point, we have pool. I don't know what match point is. Probably tennis. Probably tennis. I'm looking behind me. Aha, hang on. I think I've got match point. Wait a sec. I think I've got it. You just stay there. You quietly get on with it yourself for a second. Match point. That's match point. I think that's what it is. I think it's match point. So we've got then we've got match of the day. We've got pole position. That probably won't load, and even the version we're going to have probably won't load. It's got one of those turbo loaders, and it's a really horrible one. But we'll give it a try anyway. Look at that, no leader. Literally just straight into the tape. That's your lead there. You're literally straight into the tape. That's cool. And then we've got on the last one, we've got Pogo, which is basically Qbert. We've got Bomb Jack, an arcade conversion, which is a classic. School Days itself, the whole thing. And of course, the mighty Trashman. We've not seen Trashman in ages. So, without making too much more noise, without further ado, I'll get one of these into a tape drive. Okay, the tape is in the drive, so let's go down to our favourite, which is Basic, and load it, and see if we can load. What are we loading at the moment? Load speech marks. We're loading Escape. I swapped the tape. I was going to do the one that said Snooker, but it's so... I need to mix up what I would call boring games with the games that are quite exciting. So we're going to go with sort of sports in between all of these of the more exciting games. So hopefully it'll load. I've got. Jinxed it the moment I said it. Literally the moment I said it. I said, hopefully it'll load, and then it didn't. Let's try this again. Load it. R-tape error. The dreaded R-tape error. The bane of all Spectrum users. Throughout time. As we continue to do it. Don't think you get an R-tape error on... that's not even loading this time around. It's completely gone ballistic. Do you know what I've forgotten, though? I'm just realised. I sat down here and I've forgotten the tape adapter so that I can put it into another drive just in case, another tape deck just in case this doesn't work. Yeah, that's going well. It's not working so far. Let's go grab the bits out of the drawer. You just stay there. Hang on, I'll be back in a second. I'll be right back. Here we go. I'm running all the way. I'm running back. I'm coming back. He's still there. Don't leave. Gets better, I promise. How are you all this week? I missed you last week because I was working for the weekend. It was a very long weekend, but it kind of needed done. So unfortunately, I had to do some work, which meant you missed out on an episode, which is a bit of a shame. But I promised you an epic, so you can have an epic. This will take you a while to watch, and if you're watching this on the premiere. Make sure you've got a drink and maybe some hydration, some food. Think about if you were going to say you were going to mountaineering in Everest or something like that, and you kind of had to make your way up, and what you would needed to do was make sure you had enough food and oxygen. Because you might need that for this particular episode. It could go on for quite a while. There are a lot of games to see here. A lot of things to load. All very good, though. All very good. If you're new to the channel, please feel free to like and subscribe. Look around the rest of the channel as well. You might find some interesting things. I have what I would call a split audience, and to hell with the YouTube analog sort of algorithm, analog, whatever else it is. To hell with that, because, let's be honest, I want to record what I want to record, so tough. So if I want to do indie games, modern indie games, along with right next to what I would call the retro gaming, that's up to me. Tough. You can deal with it, YouTube. It's not my problem. Anyway, we're not meant to be more addictive anyway, because good old Facebook and YouTube got sued in court, didn't they, for being too addictive? So what was actually Google, wasn't it? Google and Meta got sued for being too addictive. So maybe they are too addictive. Hang on, stop that tape. There we go, rewind it. Right, okay, it definitely is the new generation software version of this. There you go, it says at the bottom. Right, number 5. Go and find my keys now. Look at all the dinosaurs. I love how well they're sort of designed. They look really cool. Little dinos. Right, what are my keys? Are they just cursor keys? Yes, they are. Right, just cursor keys. Okay, so I'm that little man at the bottom there, and basically I am looking for a key in here to... which is hidden amongst all of these things, and I never really get this right. I know it's here somewhere, and I've got to kind of run around until I find it, while not getting eaten by the dinosaur. I'm just thinking of the song. What's it? Walk the Dinosaur, wasn't it? Remember to Walk the Dinosaur? Oh, hang on. I'm being pursued by a dinosaur. Did I find it there? Axe at your feet. There's an axe at my feet. How do I pick up the axe? 0? You now have an axe. Can I kill a dinosaur with an axe? You stayed alive for 45 seconds. Right, you can't... What does an axe do then? Play again. I'm not sure what an axe does. If you put on more lives, you get more things. I really think this is a cool game. For the age of the game... Oh, God. It's all about how long you stay alive for. I've stayed alive for 45 seconds before. They're all hidden under these bushes and stuff. It's obviously randomly generated, though. I was quite impressed by randomly generated back in the day. I don't know about you, but I always was. I thought it was kind of cool that you could actually do this on a Spectrum. You know, that every game would be slightly different than the last game. I'm really not doing well here, people. I've now got an axe. What does the axe allow me to do? I go really slowly with an axe, though. Drop it. I've dropped the axe. Does the axe allow me exit? I don't know. There's the exit there. Let's get the... I've got... Oh, no, I didn't pick it up. Dinosaur. Axe. Can I get out with that? Yes, I can. Oh, right, okay. Congratulations, you escaped. Would you like to play again? Yes. Difficulty. I always thought it was that. So that's it, people. That's the entire game. And it's a basic program as well. I didn't even know that. Run. List. I meant list. Delete, 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 delete. I'm getting excited. Push list too many times. There's something been done to the speed things, though, because it was... When I pushed the list button there, it appeared like twice. There you go, though. That's pretty cool. That's a good start, isn't it? I actually finished it for a change as well. I finished the first game in the first sort of 10 minutes of the game, of playing what's on the tape. So I think I'd call that a win, personally. That's a win. We've got Android next, I think it is. Trying desperately to read it through the little plasticated window, obviously. Androids. No, it's androids. It's probably not the androids I'm thinking of. Androids loading data. That does not look like it's loading data. That looks like it's not loading data at all. Androids. Sunshine Presents. Don't know. I don't know what we're getting with this one. I don't know what we're getting. It's a maze game. Okay. That's not an android. That's a little smiley face. Maybe it is an android. Maybe this one is dangerous ones from the future. And his future, it's like a Terminator, but more but scarier. Do you know what? I watched last night, and I'm not sure why I did, because I really wanted to sort of pull my eyes out and shoot myself in the head at the same time. I watched Terminator Dark Fate, I think it is, and it's dreadful. It really is. It's awful. It's just got a crappy story. It's not even very good. Yeah, it was nice. It was nice to see Linda Hamilton and Arnold Schwarzenegger get a little bit more money in their coffers, but genuinely, it was a pretty crappy game. I did wonder when that was going to stop working. Actually, I really did, because that was sort of that had do not load all over it. Let's rewind. Don't know how far we've gone here. No, that's not far enough. Let's get to the beginning of that. Androids. The tapes of back in the day, I knew that was coming as well by that. It does that every time, and I forget that it's going to do it. So basically, because it's got the header for the part of the other part of the bytes, and I didn't let it finish doing the whole header. When it tries to do the next one, where it goes, oh, there's a header, it goes, oh, hang on a minute, I'm out of memory because I've got the wrong one, and I now need to completely restart the specky. Push the old restart button there on the side. Let's do that. Right, okay, basic. Loaded it. Push the button. Let's go for it. We'll go for it. I do hope you've got a beverage, because this could take some time. Very much a lot of time. Very much a lot of your Sunday. This is not going to load. I've got coffee. It's a really nice cup of coffee, actually. I'm enjoying it a lot. We've recently got a bean to cup coffee maker in the office, and I'll be honest, it's my new best friend. I really like it. You push a button and it grinds the beans and it froths the milk and it puts it in for you, and you don't even have to do all that barista stuff, where you've got to make it yourself, with the little sort of this, that and the other. It just does it. It's brilliant. It's amazing. Oh, it's good. Anyway, but yes, coffee's great. Still haven't got that contract that I've been working on for many years now. It's just the detail, the solicitors, they're working on it hard. There are so many subtleties, so many riders that go with it, with working with me, that obviously it's going to take a while before that contract goes through. And I'll take anything, all right? I'll take anything. Aldi coffee. Lidl coffee. It's probably not even called that because they have a little bit to make sure that you know it's not Lidl or Aldi. They call it things like deluxe. Yeah, because like that's going to confuse us. Right, okay, let's just do new and let's see if I can find it on PlayZX because that's the old backup for this. Let's see, PlayZX. Where are you on my phone? There we go. PlayZX Androids with an S. Let's have a search for Androids and droids. It's what you get when you get a lot of phones together. Android, no. Okay. Androids by Sunshine 16K. Not a very big loader, actually. I've got it. Found it, though. Much to my surprise. Let's do that. And let's press the play button. There we go. Yeah, much to my surprise, it's actually there. Androids. What's after Androids? What have we got after Androids? Oh, it's bytes. Bytes. Stop. So obviously somebody put a loader in front of it. That's interesting. That's always kind of cool. So load did the extended mode code because we need code, and we'll do code, and this should load. So we've got after this Fred, and then we've got Slippery Sid. You okay? Oh, my wife's just been attacked by a spider. I just heard screaming. Hit him with something big. He's gone under the sofa. He'll be back later then to bite you. That's what they do. They hide there. You know? They're terrified of huge individuals in comparison to their tiny little small frames. Was it a very big spider? Huh? That was not a small spider, was it not? This is the Terminator of spiders, gentlemen and ladies, if there's any ladies watching. Yeah, Terminator of spiders, this one was. It's sent from the future to... even the dog, who's about the size of a spider, took off as well, apparently. Yeah, spider... I can't. I'm recording. What's on the tape? What's going on now? It's stopped. It's paused. The dog's useless, apparently. It's not eating it. What's going on here? This is kind of gone weird. Is that still loading? What's going on? I feel like it's loaded, but there's nothing going on here, people. We are locked into this. The spider is being rescued and put into the garden, which is a good thing for the spider. Right, let's do load code again. We'll give it another try. We'll see whether or not we can get the androids of the future. Notice I was doing a Terminator android there. Do you know what? That was a classic movie, wasn't it? That was a classic movie from the 80s. It was really, really good. And this is, I think this is the point, isn't it? It's good sci-fi is good sci-fi, isn't it? It's really excellent sci-fi. And of course the Terminator and even the Predator and the Aliens of that sort of time, brilliant sci-fi, really, really well done. Holds up today. You can still watch it today and enjoy it. I watched a bit of sci-fi the other day that I quite enjoyed. A bit of new sci-fi, 2007. I'm not going to ask you to guess because there's no way for you to answer because it's not live. But the movie I watched was Danny Boyle's Sunshine. And is that Cillian Murphy in it? I think it is, isn't it? It's really quite good. It does hold up. It's nearly 20 years old now, of course. If you're watching this in 2026, it's nearly 10 years. It's 19 years old, that movie, and it does hold up. There's a bit of horror in it, yeah. I mean, it's a bit like watching Event Horizon, which, by the way, is almost 30 years old, and that one also holds up. But of space horror. It's that loneliness thing that goes with it. It's the terrifying job that they have to do within it. I mean, not to spoil it all, but it's the Earth's dying. They have a payload that will technically restart the Earth. Oh, there we go. We are loaded finally. See to change keys. We'll do that. We'll change the keys in a second. Let's just pop this out of here. There we go. We're loaded finally. See to change keys. We'll do that. We'll change the keys in a second. Let's just pop this out of here. There we go. We're loaded finally. See to change keys. We'll do that. We'll change the keys in a second. Let's just pop this out of here. There we go, plug that in. Change the keys. Androids. Oh, look at it. Oh, it looks quite cool. See it change keys, though. See it change keys. No, I'll just use the keys they've got. AZ, XC, and B to fire. That'll do me. P to play. Can't play. I'm pressing the P, and I'm not getting into the... Arg. This looks quite good, actually. I think I've got this. I can't press... It won't let me press P to play or D for demo. Nothing's going on here, people. No interaction. The keyboard is not responding to any kind of key presses, which is a shame because it looks really cool. You obviously run around the maze, you know, shooting aliens, androids. Pretty good for a 16K game. Yeah. I think that's the best we're going to get with this. At least it loaded. It didn't take too long. So we've seen it. Androids from Sunshine Software. I think I've got that. Sunshine Software had this kind of rising sort of sun type imagery. So it was sort of reds and whites and sort of going out from memory. I'm not entirely sure I'm 100% on that, but I'm close enough. I think I'm close enough. So yeah, I think yeah, it had that kind of thing going on. Right, let's move on to the next bit and see what we get to. So we've got Fred next. This was released on the Amstrad CPC as well as Roland in the Caves. It was a quick silver release. Yeah, Fred Loader. Yeah, that's right. A quick silver release. It was sort of and basically Fred is a little sort of Indiana Jones style character, and the idea is you've got to loot as much treasure as you can from Pharaoh's temples. Or Pharaoh's pyramid, should I say, and then get out and go all the way out and sort of get to the top. That's it. Those. I know that sounds a bit sort of. I'm sort of dismissive of it. I'm not. It's exactly what it has to be. I don't know whether the maps are randomly generated. I feel that they were. Because I do remember playing it a few times and getting out faster than I got out on other occasions, but maybe just experience and practicing. It's a good game. I don't think it's uncommon as a collectible. It's fairly sort of it's fairly. You know, they're out there. Don't think they cost more than between £3 and £5 and current sort of market sort of pricing for the whole thing. I did see some rare ones recently. I've got a couple of them coming actually to the end of the month. I've got a couple of rare Spectrum titles or rarer Spectrum titles. I got Old Toro, which is a Spanish game brought via Americana label to the UK. Not a particularly expensive one, about £15. But it's not commonly sort of available. You don't see many of them. And what was the other one? I think it was Boss Driver. I can't remember. Literally, I've been I collect so many things, and I sort of put. And that's got kind of a drive along the road kind of look to it. It's sort of the case. The cover is a sort of little racing car going down the road in a sort of straight line. It's kind of cool. I kind of like look of it. So I don't think it's a big one. I did pick up some new ones recently, and I can't remember for the life of me their names because I'm rubbish with this kind of stuff. I do remember that I got an Electron game because I played it on the channel before. You can have a little look for yourself, which was Daredevil Dan. And I only got it because Daredevil Dan, it was a Vision release. It came in a small case, and it's just a very cartoony picture of Daredevil Dan. And Dan is a daredevil who jumps over things, a bit like Boris on the Buses, as I did recently. So if you haven't seen Boris on the Buses, have a little look at Boris on the Buses. But it's sort of you jump over things on your little bike. And make it to the other side, so you sort of work your way down the level. So if you start at the top, there's a level at the top, jump some stuff, go to the next level, jump some stuff, jump some more levels, and I think it's 3 or 4 levels high, and you go up and down. It's kind of cool. I kind of like that one. It's a shame it never made it to the Spectrum. I think there's a variation, a newer one, and I'm not sure who made it. But I do feel there is a newer a game equivalent of it now. Press the keys for up, down. Left, right, fire.
Okay, for to play the game. So this is us, little Fred, and our power is our energy there on the side. And Fred has a gun. He's got, I don't think I've got any bullets. Oh, I have, no, I've got 6 bullets. And it allows us to kill ghosty things. And we're basically trying to get out of, there's a map. You can find the map, by the way, in the level. We're trying to find the map to get out of the level as well. And as I say, I think this is random. I think this is randomly generated, and I think that Fred is you know, the different levels have different sort of you know, the maps change as you go along. There we go, Fred. I meant to shoot you, and I didn't shoot you. Oh, he doesn't shoot. Okay, well that's useless. If he does, I missed it. I noticed the energy is now green, which is really weird. I think this is a life. You get a lot of lives on this game. It is actually pretty sort of yeah, pretty cool. I'm at level 9, by the way, already. Look, level 7, 5, 4, 1. I'm literally at the surface now. If I can get past this little lot, don't kill me in the process. That's it. I'm literally near the top of the level. Quite surprised how far I've managed to get here. There's the exit up there. I've actually found the exit. You know what? That again, another rare thing to happen on the channel. Me actually finding the exit for the game. I'll grab this as well while we're here. And then we should be able to get out. You got out. You get 5,000. You got 1 treasure. Wait, is that the game over as well? No, you start on a new one. Yeah, it is randomised because there's no way I should have got out that easily. That normally doesn't happen. That's once in a game job. That really is. Honestly, that does not happen very often at all for me. But yeah, it's pretty good. I quite like it. Back in the day, you know, it kept me sort of busy for a while. I remember seeing it first time on the Amstrad CPC though, or second time, should I say, after I'd seen it on the Spectrum already. I was like, I'm sure this game was called something else on the Spectrum, and I couldn't remember what it was called, and it's just called Fred, because I guess the Indiana Jones clone-like fella here is called Fred, with his big boots and his huge feet and his very skinny legs. It's no wonder he gets a gun, because he's not fighting anybody with those thin arms, is he? None at all. I'm just having a little run across. Well, this plays really well. Yeah, good and sensible. Another good, great game to start with. Finished Escape. We finished Fred. My goodness, what's going on? And then we had that massive failure of Android not working. But we did well. I think if we die though, we get like a little sort of you know, the old funeral march. I'm going to try and die, actually. I'll try and die. Yeah, it doesn't want to kill me. Kill me! Kill me! He's going to hit the top and then bounce down. Is he? There we go. We're going for it. Just want to see the death sequence now. Because we're going to move on, because you know what? We can't... You can't beat... Oh, is it game over completely? Really? Did I only have 1 life? I thought Fred had loads of lives. I'm just... Yeah, well, that's terrible news. Oh, put initials in 1s and 2s. All right, okay. Let's put them in. Let's put my little nickname in. And... Oh, we do. We do. Do, 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 do. There we go. Yeah, I knew we did. I knew we got that. Right, okay, down we go. Let's go to loaded it and let's see what we've got. We've got he says, quickly looking at the tape before he actually loads it. We've got Slippery Sid. This is a Snake variation. As I said before, I played Snake Core recently, which is kind of a bit of a roguelike game. It's actually from 2015, so it's quite an old game, realistically. But it's on the channel if you want to have a look at it. It's basically just a case of a slight variation on the original Snake theme. I quite like Snake. I quite liked it when it was on the old Nokia phones. Do you remember playing on a Nokia phone? It was just one of those first really addictive, easy-to-play games. You pick up and play, eat whatever you found in the maze, a little dot of some sort, eat the dot, and then grow longer, and then avoid your tail as you go along. Simple game. It's a bit like Nibbler, but without the nibbling in a sort of a maze shape. It's up to you whether you run into your own sort of trail. It was kind of, I don't know whether it's Tron inspired or whether Tron was inspired by it, because Tron was, of course, I don't know if Snake was around before Tron. This is what I'm thinking in my head here, because Tron in that, the light cycles, they had that similar sort of thing. And I don't know about you, but I wrote a light cycle game when I was a kid. I was very impressed with that. In fact, it wasn't just as a kid. Later in life, I actually wrote one. I wrote one in Pascal. I don't know if you know what the language is, but I wrote it in Pascal. I wrote a light cycle game for 2 players on a PC. It was very unexciting. It was all in EGA graphics, which is the enhanced graphics. So I had 16 colours on screen, people. 16 colours. I think the Spectrum can even beat that. But anyway, press the key to start. Select level 5. Now I need to work out my controls. I've worked them out already. What am I meant to do? I'm meant to eat the frogs, aren't I? Am I eat the frog? No, it's those, the cabbages, the green stuff. And avoid the frogs. There we go. And avoid that thing there. So you grow bigger as you go. And then the levels change once you've eaten all of these things. There we go. That's the level done. Sheet 2. Very dodgy titling for it. Somebody was like, I'll tell you what, let's call it a sheet. It's a nice, good sheet. I've ranted my own tail. What an idiot I am. How did I manage that? I'm the Snake. Slippery Sid. That's me. And you got to watch out for the turds. The turds as well. Got to watch out for the turds and the toads. What am I doing? What did I do that for? We just went mad. Went in circles. Yeah, Slippery Sid. It's actually alright. Can't remember, it's Silversoft, I think. It's one of the odd ones, though, because it's not the sort of Silversoft covers. Silversoft had a sort of very unique style for their, or layout for their covers, and this is one that doesn't match that. This is a grey cover with a sort of with a toad, I think, hiding under an umbrella. I'm not sure why he's hiding under an umbrella, but that's what he's doing. Let's go this way. Every time you pick these up, of course, more appear, which, by the way, is a staple of how these things worked. You pick more up, and then more appear. I finished one level there. I'm going to go with that. It's okay. One level is fine. Right, okay, let's reset this. What we got? We're on the second side of the tape now. We're on the Pac-Man, Bubble Trouble, Labyrinth, and Horace and the Spiders, which is always a classic. We like a bit of Horace. I'm a bit of a Horace fan. I think the Horace games are really good. I think that when Sinclair was sort of choosing some games to go on from Scion, these were a good choice. I liked them. As I said, though, he did have a little bit of a... Horace was a little bit of a... He 2-timed us with the Commodore 64. He was... Hungry Horace was on there. So was Spiders, I believe. Not Spiders, the skiing. I think he yeah, I mean, he worked both sides of the border. You know, he was via the embargo. If this loads, I'll be utterly amazed. I don't know why. If this is the Atari Soft release of this, and it works, I'm blown away, because they tend to be turbo loaders, and they're really horrible for being turbo loaders, and nothing loads normally. So if this loads, I am more than a bit excited to see proper Pac-Man on the Spectrum, because I don't think I've actually ever loaded it on the Specky when it wasn't a turbo loader. So this is quite exciting. Namco, of course, the responsible for the and now owned by Nintendo, of course, Namco. But yeah, Namco responsible for the what is Pac-Man now. You know, the small sort of. Have you seen the what was it called? The Amazon Prime things that they did, where they did on sort of things like Pac-Man and a few other sort of I guess cultural icons, and it's really weird, the Pac-Man one. It's very weird indeed. But yeah, Pac-Man, little man who goes around eating pills. Doesn't sound good. Apparently they're meant to be cookies in inverted inverted commas. Yeah, cookies, and then eating power pills. This is a bit weird. Run. That what? What happened there, people? What happened? That was weird. I was wondering how they were going to get Pac-Man on there. Yeah. Right, let's see if we can load it from from PlayZX and see if we can get Pac-Man. That was a bit weird. Yeah, it was a bit of a weird one to start off with. This is going to be one of those episodes. Pac-Man, Atari Soft. No, it's a really quick loader as well. I'm very confused. I'm very confused. Doesn't take much. Yeah, okay, Pac-Man. I've got it. That one. Yeah. Yeah, okay, Pac-Man. I've got it. Yeah, I can see it. I can see Pac-Man. I am typing Pac-Man. I am pressing Pac-Man's buttons. Just don't tell Mrs. Pac-Man. Pac-Man Jr. was also very good as well. That was like multi. Oh God, we got out of memory stuff going on here. Pause that. Stop that. Let's do a that. Yeah, that was kind of a weird one. That Spectrum viruses maybe. And I don't think there was ever such a thing, to be honest with you. I don't know why the Commodore didn't get them, because it had discs. And discs were kind of a different thing. I mind you, anything that's in volatile memory and then you shut it off, it's not going to stay, is it? I'm looking at the Pac-Mans here. We've got Pac-Man, Pac-Mania. Pac-Mania, of course, by Grand Slam Entertainment. I quite like Pac-Mania. I don't know about anybody else, but I know it was in a smaller sort of area on the screen, but I just thought Pac-Mania was pretty good, realistically. I like Pac-Man. Pac-Man's one of those kind of... It's one of those... It's not a guilty pleasure, because it is a pleasure. You know, where you've got a four-way joystick and you kind of move it around, and, you know, and there's an art to the movement on it. Apparently there's a position, though, on the screen where they can't touch you. Based on the original sort of arcade, there's a sort of position where you can literally park Pac-Man and they won't eat you, the ghosts. They just literally won't go into that area for without being in a sort of chase mode, I guess. Okay, let's hope this loads. I'm hoping it loads. I'm going to have some more coffee while that's going on. I do like coffee. Coffee is good. Oh, I do love coffee. It's one of those. It's those joys in life. I really like the taste of coffee. I've always liked coffee. I'm just enjoying that a bit too much, you know. Yeah, I do like a good cup of coffee. Coffee is one of those. As I say, it's one of those little joys in life. I really enjoy coffee. Okay, this is going to the 1 minute. Oh, here we go. We actually are here. Wow. It looks dreadful. Right, okay, what's the start key? Is it cursors? Yes, it's cursors. Okay. We are Pac-Man in it. So that was the position you couldn't be hitting in the arcade, but not on this, obviously. You know something? Pac-Man is one of those games that probably easily could have been converted in very smoothly to the ZX Spectrum and we get something like this, and you think to yourself, we could have done so much better. Yeah, we could have done so much better. There's Namco sort of milking it, along with Atari Soft, milking the brand. Oh, I've got eaten. Just as I ate the pill, I got eaten. Oh, the pill didn't get eaten. That's a bit harsh. That's a bit harsh. See if we can clear a frame. Oh, that was naughty. And we cleared the frame. There we go. And the next one. And that's it. Pac-Man. And you know what, though? What's wrong with that? It works. It actually plays quite well. Cursor keys, of course, which are really annoying because they're along the top line. You can't redefine. Let's get the fruit. Yeah, it plays fine. I have seen worse Pac-Mans, but considering this is technically the branded release of it, you'd think they might have done a little bit better. I mean, it runs fine. It's pretty serviceable as a Pac-Man. I think I expect so much more when it's somebody like Namco. Yeah, I think I expect so much more of a company like them. Just as the parent company, the owner of Pac-Man, the peoples who created the legend, or certainly published the legend, because a lot of these arcade games were created by like a single developer. Can't remember the name of the developer for that. I'm sure you put in the comments if you know. So yeah, it's Pac-Man. Yeah, I'm going to quit now. I'm going to move on to the next one. See what else is on the tape. We're almost there, actually, though. Can't believe that loaded so quickly there. It's probably 16K by the looks of that one, actually, to be honest with you. Right, let's move on. Let's see what's next on the tape. Let's see what's next. Loaded it. Here we go. Here we go, peoples. Brace yourselves. What am I looking at? Pac-Man, and then I did read it. New... What's this? Bubble Trouble! Yes! I have to remember this one. This is where you're about brewing, I think. Brewing up loads of things. Brewing bits and pieces. It's amazing. There's so much stuff on all these tapes. I can't believe it. Do you know that I was just going to say that. So after 30 years, when I dropped it in the sort of intro there, I managed to snap the posts that have been keeping those tapes separated from each other for 30 years. I snapped 3 of the posts that hold it up. There's 4 on each side that separate out 5 tapes. After all these years, because I dropped it accidentally there or knocked it over, it broke them. All 3 of them were left sort of lying around in the bottom of it, which is a bit sad considering after all these years, though that I was responsible for breaking it. What a person. What a dreadful person I am. What a dreadful person. I can't... To be fair, you did want an epic, that's what you're getting. You're getting everything today. You're getting the full what's on the tape experience. Now, I'm going to say, though, tell you now, that this is the last one for 2 weeks because I need to take that break while I record a few other videos in between. So we're on that. We're on break shortly. So you know, you're going to have to brace yourself. We're going to make do with this. Watch it 3 times. Every minute of it, of course, because that's how YouTube loves it. Yeah, you've got to watch this 3 or 4 times. If you haven't watched some of the other episodes, they can be watched in any order you like. If you're new here, you won't know that you can watch them in any order. They're just numbered randomly, realistically. And if you've been here before, you can go back and have a little look at some of the older ones. Gives you a couple of weeks. Maybe you need a rest. Maybe you need a relaxation after listening to me yak for probably an excessive length of time watching all of these. Maybe that's what you need. You need a little break, a little air. You know, go outside and touch the grass, as they say, and all that kind of stuff. So that's what the kids say nowadays. I'm not entirely sure what that means. When we were kids, we used to skin our knees on the grass. And sort of have grass stains on our trousers and our faces and our heads and whatever else it is, and bits of twig in our heads because we were sort of playing in the trees and stuff like that. you know, watering our wellies and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, you know, that's what they say nowadays anyway. But you know, the little break, as I say, look at some of the other stuff on the channel. The indie and the Super 20p Arcade Challenge, which is just a bit of fun. As I said, this channel is not about satisfying the algorithm's requirements. This is about satisfying my need to sort of show off some of the sort of nostalgic stuff that I've got and the odds and sods that I'm playing with, and realistically, I enjoy it. I like it a lot. It's a lot of fun, so I hope you do too. Right, I'm going to be a novice. Select screen, yes, if wanted. No. This is not what I think it is. What is this? How do I play? Start. It's just showing me the screens here. What's this? 1. I'm pressing buttons here randomly on the keyboard. I said yes if wanted. Enter. What the heck's going on? I'm pushing buttons here. I hope you don't... I said yes. Okay. Ah, my bubble. I've been caught. Ah, right. I've got to say yes if wanted. Ah, right. I've got to say yes. I've got to do that level. Where am I now? What am I? I'm the bubble. What's the bubble? What's the keys? What's the keys? What's the keys? What's the keys? I'm being chased by the bubble man. Bubble trouble. I need the keys, people. I don't know the keys. I don't know the keys. I'm gonna quickly look online. Find out what they are. This is not the game I was thinking it was. I thought this was the game about making homebrew, and it's clearly not. Let's see if we can find the bubble trouble controls. Bubble trouble. I don't know what this is about. 50 levels at loop. That sounds dreadful. Let's look at the picture of the whole thing. Bubble Trouble by Arcade. Instructions. Let's read the instructions. Let's read the instructions quickly, people. Let's get these instructions. Let's see. Find the keys. What's the keys? What's the keys? What's the keys? Say yes. Okay. What's the keys? Right. Try. Enter to wait. Set the tone. Right. Okay. Load the date. Yeah, I've got load the date. You're a burglar. Aim is to steal anything you can. Right, great stuff. 0 on the keyboard will allow you to scatter bubbles. Cool. Right. I don't see any blooming keys here. I'm looking through the instructions. I see nothing to do with keys. Using a joystick, press fire. Yeah, okay. I don't have a joystick connected. Could prove useful. Cursor keys and 0 key. Right, okay. Necessary keys. Cursor keys and arrows. Yeah, but I just used all them and I thought I'd push the button. 1 for novice. Right. Yeah, okay. I'm going to go with that one. Ah, got it. Moving. I am the guy with the hat. Funnily enough. So I've got to steal stuff. I've just got that. That bubble is not coming my way. And then 0 scatters the bubble. I'm not sure why I'm scattering the bubble that way. I'm going to go through the side screen. I am going to get it. I have stolen the goods. I am the best burglar at all. There's a 200 points there. Let's get this. And there's another 200 points over there. Let's go the other side of the screen and go get that. Thank you. So we're just basically making points. Great. I've got to avoid the bubble, who obviously lives here. This is his house. Yep. He lives here. Novice is quite easy, people. Ran out of time. And then just go on to the next level. And then we do more burglary. Very good. I'm very good. I'm very good at this. Look at this. I'm so good. Just collect as many points as you can. Avoid the bubble. Once you've got all these, you get, actually, to be fair, if I'd got this back in the day, I think I would have quite liked it. I hate to say that. I do think I would. I think. Well, I don't hate to say that. I would have liked that. I've been caught. Yeah, I think I would have quite liked it because it's sort of Pac-Man with a sort of it's a little edgy being the criminal, of course. But yeah, it's all right. Bubble following me. Yeah, slightly edgy with that. I quite like it. It's very sort of playable. Simplistic, but playable. Collect as many points as you can. Wait for the time to go out. Get all the 500 points, and you're doing nicely. Yeah, it's actually all right. Not complaining. Works quite nicely. That's a 700. 700. Come on. Oh, missed it. I want 1,000. Oh, look at this. I would actually quite like this one with friends. Oh, just missed it. Just missed it. Oh, I quite like that. That's a lot more fun than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, that's actually all right. Bubble trouble. Might try and find a copy of this, actually. Pretty simplistic. Nice sort of, nice to sort of work your way around. And I, did run into him on purpose pretty much there. Right, let's move on. Let's see what else we've got on here. Can't remember where we're at on this tape. Where are we at? We are at Labyrinth. I think I've played Labyrinth before. I feel, to be fair, there are loads of Labyrinths out there. It's a sort of very common name. It was a thing at the time. Lots of things were called Labyrinth. Lots of cool games. There we go, Labyrinth. With no David Bowie in it, of course. Can't remember what that was about. It was weird, wasn't it? Was he stole a baby so he could become the baby? What was the Labyrinth about? Did you not watch it the other day? Oh, a while ago. She'd forgotten already. Was that memorable? The Muppety stuff was cool though, wasn't it? It was pretty cool for the time. Pretty cool. Lab code. There we go. A little bit of graphics being loaded now, possibly a little bit of. Oh yeah, we have played this one before. This was quite good actually. I think I actually did a separate video on this. I did, yes. Step forward, look forward, turn about. Yeah, help, give up. Yep, that's the one. Select maze width, so we can have. Let's do 8 by 8. So it gives you a quick show of the maze, and then you've got to work your way through it. So in this case, it looks like I just need to go forward. Yeah. Then this way. Ouch. Yeah. Idiot. And then all the way along. And for a 16k game, it's pretty good actually. Congratulations. We won another one. That's 3 wins. Would you like to see the route I took? Yes. Would you like to see it? Yeah, you want to see which route I took because it's very difficult. It's very complex. Especially for the old mind. Look at that. Replay. There's we go. Ouch. And I go all the way along there and go up there, and then I run all the way up the corridor. Look at that. That's amazing, isn't it? That's amazing work. Do you want to see it again? No. So, do you want a new one or the same maze? I mean, we could do the same one again because obviously it took a lot of time. Yeah, it's pretty good actually. It's not bad, Labyrinth. I actually did a whole video on that. I don't know if I escaped any mazes, but I certainly did a whole video on it because I'm quite weird like that. Or maybe I haven't put it up. I haven't put it up. Let's find out. Let's find out whether or not I've actually uploaded it. That's more important. I have. You've got it. It's on there if you want to do it. Horace and the Spiders. Good old Horace himself. The man with 2 legs and possibly dreadlocks. Or a single arm. I have no idea. It's one of the two. I think the original... That's not going well. No, that's not how Horace and Spiders loads. I'm not even going to worry because it's the last one on that tape anyway. So let's find it on PlayZX and let's have Horace and the Spiders. Yeah, Horace. He was I think the original creator of the game came out and said that it was actually hair, not an arm. So just very strange. Horace and the Spiders. There it is, 16K. I didn't realise it's 16K. I always thought it was a 48K game. Actually, they all are. Horace and the Spiders. Horace goes skiing. There's a new one, Horace in the Mystic Woods. I think there's a few actually new ones. Mystic Woods. That sounds cool actually. By Bob Smith. Bob Smith, responsible for some tractor games as well. Let's get the Spiders there. Horace and Spiders. Where's the spider? Is he under the sofa? Have you got him? He's waiting to bite you. Yeah, the spider apparently still loose in the front room, so we're brace yourself, gents. I may have to go rescue. Huh? Oh, was it a false widow? Yeah, those ones are biters. There's only one spider apparently in the UK that bites, and it's apparently called a false widow. It's very easy to spot. They have a very large sort of, I don't know what they call it when it's the back of it, the abdomen or something similar. Very large bit at the back, and they're quite fat, or it seems they're quite fat, and not to be terrifying or anything like that. But if you look it up, they actually have almost like a skull on the back of them. So those ones are biters, apparently. They're not venomous, but they're biters. Apparently it's a bit like a bee sting. I don't think I've ever been bitten by one, but I certainly think I've seen them. I'm not sure it'll be in the house, though. You've been bit by one, have you? Oh, will you bite your back, then? We've spider conversations here. You might get superpowers if you've been bit by a spider. That's what happens. It happened to Peter Parker. I mean, it has to be a nuclear spider, of course. Radioactive spider, because that's how all superheroes were made back in the day. After in the 50s and 60s, all superheroes were made basically by being bitten by something that was radioactive. Yeah. Horace and Spiders. This, of course. I think we played this the other week as well. This is what's it called? Is it William Tang? Isn't it? William Tang? I think it's William Tang, isn't it? It's got that mad sort of interesting. There's 3 stages to this one. 3 stages. Running along, jumping up little cliffs or over spiders, jumping between spiders' webs, so they sort of hang down, and you've got to jump between them. And then third part is the equivalent of is it digger Dan type thing. So we've got that right. Okay, let's get straight into this. Do do do. I love the sound. This is one of the first Horace and Spiders I got, and I always Horace games, and I just love the do do do. There we go. We are doing it. There we go, and again. And again. And we need to drop down here. Come on. That's it. Horace is free. Right, now we have to... And I managed to... Last time I played this, I think I managed to mess this up perfectly. So the spider falls in there, and we then leap on the spider's heads. It is actually possible in this area to lock myself completely out if I dig holes into the wrong places, which I have form for. I'll be honest, I have form from putting holes in the wrong places. If I did one just there, I wouldn't be able to get down again. So we'll put one here. There we go. Spiders can drop in there. Let's pop one here. Let's hope the spiders come this way. There we go. Come on, spiders. Come down and play. Look at them hiding away up there. There's a spider. Bash, bash, bash. Come on, spider. Yes. And then once we killed the spiders, we go back to the first bit with the running bit. Oh, no, sugar. Sorry, forgot it falls through into the gap below. And that's it. Spider is dead. An extra serum, because we need serum to protect ourselves from the spiders. Oh, God. I've just ran into a spider. Watch out. Do. And I've impaled my Horus testicles. And broke both of them there. Oh, no! Spider got him in the head as well. Hang on, I'm not doing well here. I can do this. No, I can't. Look, I've finished it once. That's enough. Loop the game once. That's what you do. Just loop it. No, I've done it again. I can't believe this. I'm just too eager. I just want to jump a spider. I've just run into the spider. Right, moving on. It's dangerous to go on without serum. It's a fair comment, without serum and whatever else. But I don't know why I need serum when I crashed into the side of the sort of building-y thing there. I don't understand that. Right, what are we on? Where are we at? We on the other side of the tape now? No, we're on to a new tape. Peoples. We're now on to, brace yourselves, snooker. Snooker is what we are playing now. We are going to do some snooker. I'm going to guess this is Vision Snooker. We get a lot of Vision Snooker. It's funny to see the growth and change in video games. Video games now influence video games, so a lot of people copy styles from one video game to the other. What influenced video games back in the early days were real-life sports in the first place. So snooker, darts, football, rugby, cricket, all those kind of things, a staple of the... Yeah, this is a really fast loading one. Steve Davis. The one with Steve Davis on the front of it. I always remember the fact about Steve Davis that after he finished doing snooker, he went off to do poker, and he won his first tournament of first time of asking. I think because he was just basically expressionless. So there's anybody could read him. But anyway, but yeah, and board games were also a heavy inspiration for those kind of things. Nowadays, and card games, of course, board and card games, they still are, to some extent, they still exist. There are board games, turn-based games, modern day sort of, Uno is extremely popular still online as a game. So some games are kind of limitless in their nature. But I tell you what, you tell me the last time you saw a snooker game that was made, or the last time there was a sort of, I don't think I've seen a cricket game for a long time, for the last 10 years possibly. I certainly think they were around in the generations of PlayStation 2, maybe 3, but I don't think I've seen many cricket games since then. It's one of those things, isn't it? But now they influence themselves. So all first persons influence first persons. It's really weird to see something like, for instance, Team 17, company that's been around for a long time, still British, still there, still making what I would call indie titles and indie hits, with a level of quality that is still there. Team 17, of course, related with Worms, Project X, and other things like that. They are making a first-person shooter, taking the best of what was originally out there. So we're talking the early days of the old Call of Duty, the early days of, sort of Battlefield, all that kind of stuff. And they're making a modern-day shooter, which, by the way, from all the reviews I've read, it's actually really good. It's called The Wraith. And it's basically a class-based shooter without all of that crap that we kind of have come to expect from our poor quality games that we get modern day wise. That was a lot of words, by the way. I'm going to stop talking now. Short game 6, please. Current speech off. 1 player. I don't think I've ever played this. Press any key to play. I'm going to assume it's cursor keys. It might not be. It's not. M? Oh, let's put the white on. Oh, damn. I may have made a mistake there. I broke and I pushed power. I did too much. I was a bit silly there. 1 player game. Do I hold it down for power? Ah, right. I didn't change the power. So it goes through menus for each of them. Oh, colour wanted. Blue? Can I choose the colour? What's... Yellow wanted. All right, I've did yellow. So you pick a colour, don't you, with snooker? There's the power. This is not going to go well, by the way. Spin, no spin. Right, and then we're going back for the reds again. Boom. I don't know, I forgot. Did you know somewhere, if you left a table like that, I think in real life snooker, it would be a big problem. Yeah, snooker peoples. I'm going to say it's not bad, but there's a limit to the amount of snooker. I'll tell you what, the best things I saw was the arcade pool from Team 17, arcade pool, and billiards, I think it was as well. That was actually one of the best versions. I think it's available on the Evercade, interestingly enough. And I think, what else is it on? It's on the new A500 mini computer. It's on there as well. That's probably one of the best sort of snooker sort of pool style games that were actually out there. This is match day, I think now. I think. Brace yourselves. I don't know. No, sorry, match point. This is tennis. It's actually not bad, this one. This is not a bad sort of tennis game. And that's the other thing. You know, tennis. I'll be honest though. It's really weird to see. Oh, M1. So it's a multi-face loader. So multi-face was capable of. Oh, that doesn't sound very good. It sounds like the tape's a bit mashed. Yeah, the multi-face was capable of basically backing up your games. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. Let's have a look at the tape. Ugh. Grimy and sort of crispy around the edges. Not good. Right, okay, let's see if I can find match point on the old PlayZX, because we're not going to mess around. We're trying to load that. We're gonna do this one, PlayZX. Okay, PlayZX. Let's do that. Right. Match point. Match point Sinclair. Found it. We have found it. We've got it. We're ready to load it up. Play. Yeah. So yeah. These sort of, as I said, it's really weird to see the modern day versions of sort of what you would call tennis and other things. They slowly changed over time, didn't they? They added like super moves and all this kind of stuff. There's Mario Tennis nowadays. That's Mario Smash Tennis, I think it is called. You know, they've got Mario Soccer and things like that. We're going to do a lot of Marios here, by the way. It's Mario at the Olympics, and a lot of these games are sort of souped up versions of the original sort of batting and balling it back against the sort of whole thing. I mean, if you go back to the sort of old days, you remember Grandstand? Do you remember Grandstand? So Grandstand had those multi sort of game console things where they had like multiple games, and they used to have little paddles, as they were called. I love the name paddles. It's a great name for a thing. Great name for a thing. You know, those sort of circular, sort of round analog things that you turn to move the things up and down. They're really cool. Kind of miss things like that. That would go really cool, the sort of analog panels. I like those. Analog panels and a light gun that came with it. You usually had some kind of light gun game where you could shoot at the television, and you had the paddles that went up and down, so you could play Pong, you could play squash if you just played it against the wall yourself, you could play multiplayer, you play football by having two paddles, one in goal and one at the halfway up the line, and then you knocked it out, and then you had to paddle up the further up. Those are kind of, you know, those are the kind of games that were on there. And of course they then advanced to sort of things like this, like Match Point here, where this is a sort of, I would call a more mature tennis game of sorts. No, it's not of sorts, it is a tennis game, but a more mature game. And then of course it just changed and sort of became arcadified, maybe is the way to do it. I mean, there are some great games that are out there that have been arcade versions of these particular things. They're actually arcade tennis games. Do you know that? Can you imagine that? There's actually arcade tennis games. It's hard to believe, but they actually were a thing. And they're still out there. But you try and find one, a modern day sort of tennis game. They're quite hard to find. There are only so many people making tennis games now, and they tend to be, for the most part, those more expensive sort of and large companies. I like hockey games, for instance. I think they're fast paced and quite fun with the sort of movement and the sort of fast hockey puck sort of stuff. Quite like those. There's one called I think it's what's it called? I think it's like Super Slam Bloody Hockey. It's quite good. I think it is. Try to think now. I'm looking. You just stay there. You brace yourselves for 1 second. You just hold. I don't know if I put it on my channel. That's why I'm looking now. I'm literally looking at my channel for hockey. I maybe didn't. Hockey. Oh no, there it is. Super Blood Hockey. It's on my channel. It's 8 years ago I actually posted it. Nobody's played it since. That chap who created that game as well, Super Blood Hockey. It's grown so much since then as well. Lovely pixel art, and the guy developing it is really kind of, it's like sensible soccer but with hockey and a bit of fighting. And I mean, and putting the word blood in the title is always good, isn't it? People love a bit of that kind of stuff going on. But it also kind of falls into sort of skateball. Skateball also on my channel from 6 years ago, funnily enough. Skateball, fantastic game. I'm going to have to play Super Blood Hockey again, by the way. I need to revisit that. But simply because it's done so much in so much time. In the last 8 years, the game has still been developed. There's also more. I think there's a second one coming out at the moment. And by the way, just as a little public service announcement, if you are on the old Steams this weekend and you're a PC owner, I am a big fan of a game called The Long Dark. It was originally sort of early access in 2014. It became a full-blown version 1 in 2017, so it took 3 years. Then no crunch. They supported the staff of Capcom Canada when Capcom decided to close it. They took them on and they helped them redevelop their engine. They've been developing the whole thing for the last sort of part of the main story of the Long Dark, and there's also a survival mode. Is going to be released very shortly, ahead of their sort of future release of the Long Dark 2. It's a great game. It's a great survival game. It's very much not about zombies or anything like that. It's just the cold and the winter that is your enemy, and it's kind of cool. And it's literally about £2.80 at the moment, and that gives you both survival and the story. It's worth supporting simply because I mean, it is just a very good game for what it is. It's enjoyable. I find it very, very, very sort of. It's one of those games I can not only chill out to, but it's also sometimes a bit desperate as well when I get myself caught out in night times and the snow and a blizzard's running and the temperature's dropping huge amounts and I have to find some shelter to save myself. It's really cool. I like it anyway. But what was I getting at? So yeah, Super Hockey, and then the Skateball, of course, which is a bit of sort of rollerball kind of game. That's basically go back 6 years. Things like Speedball 2, love those kinds of things. I like a little bit of future sports as well, but they all started from something like this, something I would call a sort of an original sort of way of doing things. Right, okay, highlight space, I want that one, 0, space, 1 set, 0, 0, how to redefine the keys, currently left, right, down, up, space, player 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. Okay. 0. CPU. Right. Oh, have I... Hang on. Oh, I've done this before. Is it playing a demo? It's like playing a demo. I'm not actually playing. I don't think. Oh, am I? This is weird. Why is my keys all over the place? It's like running about. Left and right. I don't know what's going on with the keys. Or did I put them all over here somewhere? I don't know what's going on, people. I managed to mess that up as well. It's the second game I've messed up this episode. Well, you know, it is what it is. I was not that excited about playing it, I'll be honest. Right, let's have a little look and see whether or not we can get Pool to load. This is obviously probably another quick one, probably by CDS again. Computer something or other. Distribution services, maybe? No, I don't want that one, probably. That's the dodgy tape. Fast forward, fast forward, fast forward. We're not even halfway through. We're not even halfway through. I knew this was going to be a long one. I knew I was going to give you a show. An important show. Let's say a couple of weeks off. So you're going to have to satisfy yourself with this. Maybe ration yourself. Half of it now, half of it next week, and then you'll have to go cold turkey. While I sort of whip out a new batch of bits and pieces. Lots of stuff to do. But we've got Easter in between. We've got chocolate eggs. Maybe, if you're allowed chocolate eggs. Maybe you're not allowed chocolate eggs. If you're not allowed chocolate eggs, I'm very disappointed for you. Obviously I'll have to try and find something Easter related for the channel. Fast forward in here. Getting through the long load of Match Point. Aha! What we got? Snooker! Match Point 2. Oh, no, it's just a tear. No, it's going to keep going. Hang on. What we got? Match Point 1. No, that's actually Mac Point, but I think it's Match Point. Let's see what we've got here. Pool! Yay! Arrived! It's here! We have it. I do think Team 17's version of it is really good, though. To be honest with you, I really do. I think Team 17 really did do well with some of that. That was arcade pool, wasn't it? But there's so much good stuff out here. I'm kind of excited. I feel that the A500, the A1200 maxi sort of computer by Retro Computers Limited is on its way. Is it Retro Computers Limited or Retro Computer? I can't remember. The Retro something or Retro Computers and something. But that is on the way. I'm quite excited about that. I'm quite excited about the simplicity of doing that. I again, it's like the Spectrum. I don't know why you couldn't call it ZX Spectrum, people. I love the word Spectrum, but I also love the word ZX Spectrum. It's kind of part of the whole thing. A S L and enter. Cool. We've played this one before. Michael Am. Do 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 do. The Entertainer. Do, 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 do. Yeah, you go around the edge, and this is where we're pointing at to shoot, and then we've got speed with the L. I'm going to go full tilt, press enter, boom! And nothing went in. Fantastico. L, let's give it a little tippy tappy. Nope, we didn't get that in either. It's not bad though. This one, I don't mind this one. There's something weirdly logical about shooting from the sidelines here. There we go. Go on. Yeah, blue went in. Blue went in. Yay! Blue went in. Let's see if we can do that. Go right around the edge. Right there. Tippy tappy. Yeah, we got the other blue. Can we get the other one though? I don't know if we can. Can we clear the table? There we go. Oh, if only I bounced it a bit more. Let's do that. Oh my goodness! I thought for a second there, I almost managed to do it as well. So it was a trick shot from me. Almost a trick shot. Not quite, but almost. Come on, stop somewhere we can hit you. No. Several shots. We lost a shot there. It's very arcadey. Oh, hit the wrong one. I don't think you get into trouble for that. Yeah, you just have to put it all down. It doesn't really care. Yeah, I don't think it cares. Anything goes down, it's all good. I think if I put a red one down, it'll be fine. Because it's very arcadey. Let's put another red one down if we can. And that's rubbish from me. Rubbish! Doo-doo. Well, we'll move on. We'll move on. But yeah, it's pretty good. I don't mind that one. I don't mind that pool at all. We got match day and pole position. If pole position loads, I'll drink the rest of my coffee. I'm not going to risk anything on this because you never know. It may yet surprise me with what it's doing. Match day. Is this going to be bigger than I think it is or smaller than I think it is? One of the two. Well, let's find out. I was quite looking forward to doing this weekend. It's been a busy week, as I say, working a weekend and all the other stuff that goes with it. It's very long. It feels like a very long time when you do that sort of period of time. You know, you got 5 days plus another 2. You got 12 days of pure sort of work. It does sometimes feel a bit exhausting. So I quite like, you know, the breakup of the sort of, you know, getting back, and then really I was quite looking forward to sort of sitting down and playing games with you. It's very nice. I like it. A lot of nostalgia that goes with this. It's one of those things. I don't normally collect magazines. So I've got a few. I've got 2 where I actually feature. My actual name appears in 2. I can't remember the numbers, but 2 of them actually I'm in. Me and my friend in one of them for a guide to Falcon Patrol 2 from Virgin, and another one I can't remember what it was for, and I sort of feature, and I won some prizes in a few as well. I think that's maybe the one that I've got prize winning in. So I've got, you know, a couple of magazines. I had those because of that, and as a result, ended up with a few other magazines. Recently, I've been seeing them relatively cheap. I've sort of been adding them to my sort of pile of goodies that I actually own. You know, so I kind of, but you forget how good they were back in the day, and you forget as well how tragically it ended, because I ended up with a Crash magazine towards the end of its sort of natural life. So it was 1989, this Crash magazine. Can't remember what month. And it literally is 34 pages long. It's tragic, really. It's 34 pages long, and on the front cover, obviously, it's got those packs where they've got like 4 games. Now, as a kid, I kind of liked the 4-game packs, but I hadn't realised that the magazine had become so little. But I mean, to be fair, by 89, the progress of gaming and computers in the United Kingdom had become so fast. I mean, we've gone from 8-bit machines to 16-bit machines to early generation, you know, 32-bit that were knocking around probably within the PC world, certainly, though they were there, and it just a rapid sort of increase in the speed of sort of development, and as a result, obviously something like the Spectrum, which had been around for a while, was 8-bit, and it couldn't do the things that the Commodore Amiga had appeared with, the Atari ST, the Mega Drive. Soon the Super Nintendo would appear. I mean, obviously there was consoles around, and they were much more impressive. But for most Brits back in those days, it was PCs. You were somebody who owned an Atari was more of an oddity than anything else, as far as I was concerned. I ran into more people with Spectrums, Amstrad CPCs, Commodore 64s, BBCs, Electrons. Those were the sort of staple of it. I was never near close enough to Wales to see the Dragon, I'm afraid. But the point is, those were the sort of staples of machines. You know, the BBC B. I still to this day think it was a glorious looking machine. It was with its built-in sound, its big speaker and all this kind of stuff. No, Spectrum didn't have that, but the point is, it was just a very glorious machine. It was it felt like a business peripheral strong unit, something that we would, in the future would enjoy mightily. I just love them. I mean, I still love them. I've got one myself, and I think it's a beautiful machine. I really do like it. I mean, very large. Probably didn't need to be as big as it was, but the keyboard is lovely. It's lush nowadays in a world where people chase decent mechanical keyboards. It's the kind of a lush sort of keyboard. But I don't even know where I was going with this, by the way. I was just enjoying that sort of... But I've been enjoying the sort of week of it. But I could... Yeah, it was comics, wasn't it? It was comics. Comics. Comics had become that sort of small in the... Yeah, it is the match day from Magin, I think this was. Yeah, the fact that you don't realise you've lost something till it's gone. It's like physical media. Don't let it go. If you're a sort of a gamer nowadays, and I knew it wasn't going to load. Knew when it started flashing like that, it wasn't going to load. Let me see if I can find a copy of it hanging around or on PlayZX. Let's do PlayZX. That's the easy answer. PlayZX it. We'll get match day on. But it's easy to let it go, and it's easy to let the sort of the stuff head away, and it is very much heading away, and it's dreadfully disappointing that when you see the younger generation missing out on, well, it's something, it's yours as well. They can't change it. If you own it, they can't change it. I'm just found it. It's all right. PlayZX. Here we go. Match day. Ocean. It was actually. It was a lie. I thought it was Imagine. It's not. It's Ocean. I always thought it was Imagine. Anyway. But yeah, it's just a shame for it to sort of disappear into the that sort of physical. Yeah, it's even with magazines and books and things like that. I still think that they become novelty items. I was recently at a store with my wife and daughter, and they were picking up bound books of various sort of great novelists of the time. The sort of the Emily Bronte type stuff and all this kind of stuff, and they were picking these books up and they've been bound, and I was thinking to myself, do you know what? These have become something people put on shelves, but and that they're very art and deco. I don't even know if the stories written in them are actually correct anymore, whether they've just been printed out and dumped in them. It just makes me wonder now whether or not the print is still, I don't know, still good. They are the same. Apparently they are the same. I've just been told they have been reliably informed that they are the same, but they're very much more arty than they were. Something you bought, a little paperback novel or something similar. I don't know. I just one of those things. When it all disappears and you don't own it anymore, and you don't own your DVDs, and you don't own your movies, and you don't own your computer games. Can be a bit tad problematic, I think. Tad problematic. Let's see if I've got any coffee left. I know it's an hour and a half in, but I'm prepared to drink it with the skin on it. If it's not got a bit of skin on it, it's not good coffee. Oh, it's still good. It's still good. It's just cold coffee. Can we just put some ice cubes in it? It'll be iced coffee. Needed that. Need a little bit of a refresh. So yeah, we are. What are we on? Match day. Match day, then followed by pole position. Pole position. I'm very much doubting whether that one will load. I am doubting it'll load. I really think it'll. I think we're going to run into issues with that one. Good grief! You don't know how many games you've got to go. You have lots to go. That's 4, 8, 10, 13 more games. 13 and pole position. 14 more games to go. As I said, I hope you've all been to the loo. There will be a commercial break coming up, and you'll never know. Now once upon a time you had to run to the loo and then or to the refrigerator, and before somebody shouted, "It's on again!" and you'd be hopefully you don't miss any of it, but of course we can't. I mean, you can always pretend, can't you? If you're watching this now and there's an advert appears, see if you can get up and downstairs in 5 seconds, because that's roughly how long a YouTube advert is. So 5 seconds, go, and then go back. It's on. Something like that. It's a challenge, okay? It's a challenge. Give it a go, people. See if you can do it like they used to do back in the day. We used to sort of run away. Do you remember that? You used to hope that you could get there and back. You couldn't pause television like you can nowadays. We live in weird times, but of course you miss out on all of the wonderful things that go with that. You miss out on all the wonderful things of flipping through an encyclopedia to understand something more, or some kind of manual that's related to it. Just find that you didn't know what the transcombobulator was, and if you needed a transcombobulator, you could find out what that was in your encyclopedia. You started on one section and you ended up on something else, something completely different. You looked at transistors and you ended up on something like transportation or something similar, and then you looked at trucks or something similar, and then you looked at buses because you were in the bus section, and you spent some time sort of looking around and you found new and more exciting things. It was like your trivia was so much more on sort of with things was so much better. I do wonder nowadays whether or not people actually have that kind of level of knowledge, whether we got rid of it all, or we forgot it. I mean, to be fair, I'll be honest, I'm probably one of the worst people to ask that question, because I kind of feel nowadays that I've lost more than I've gained, but at the same time I've kept things that I like. Is that the right thing? Should we keep the things we like? Probably best to do that. Match day, right, okay, symbol shift. Enter to select option. Enter. Play match day 1-player game, yes. Change controls. That's the controls. Player 1. Enter select keyboard. Symbol shift. Q. Symbol shift to move. Space to move. So enter. Oh, hang on. Space. Q, W, L, P, and C to kick. Well, we'll go with it. I don't know why it's doing that. Let's cap shift to return to the match. Let's just kick off. I always like the zoom in function. It looks pretty cool. Ritterman Rovers. Here we go. Don't think we can bypass it. It's fine. They get mullets in Match Day 2, you know. Match Day 2, they get mullets. It's very impressive. Okay, I'm the guys in white. Oh, missed him. Let's go. I think I just kicked that out. Yeah, I did. No, I didn't. He did. Oh. I've got the ball. I've got it. We're running the pitch. No! I kicked it out. I should have kicked it on. Sensible soccer, of course, is my absolute. That's my favourite when it comes to sort of football games back in the day. It's literally the one of the best playing games ever. Love it. Here we go. Yeah, they don't really dive. They just... And he scored. Damn. Yeah, I'm not brilliant. Is Ritterman the same John Ritterman? Is he the same guy who's on the Digital Foundry, the YouTube channel? Is that the same guy? I don't think it is. Can't be. He might be, though. I never know. Come on. Trying to get a goal there. No good there from me. Time's ticking on. Trying to get a little... There's concentration going on here because there's some silence. You know, that is a bad sign that I am concentrating. Or a good sign that I'm concentrating. I scored! I scored! I actually scored. I can't believe I scored. That's amazing. We brought it level. 1-1. Quite impressed by that. It's not bad, actually. It's really not. As I say, they got mullets in the second version. Every player got a mullet, which is couldn't be asked for anything more 80s than a mullet, could you? They're back in fashion, though. Apparently, they got the old mullet. I want to go faster. Can he run? No. I kicked that forward. It's probably a mistake. I think it's mine. Throwing in. No, don't. Oh, my goodness. I've dived and I've let it in. I've dived the wrong way. I think I've had enough. Let's do pole position. Let's see if pole position works. Let's see if we can get pole position to load. Because I am actually amazed if this loads. I'm going to be... as I said, I'll drink my coffee if... Oh, it's too late. I've drank my coffee. But I would drink my coffee if this loads. Because pole position's one of those kind of games that just doesn't... It's really good, but if it loads, as I say, it's turbo... Oh, hang on. Brace yourselves. Somebody's put it on with a multi-loader. There is a multi-face one. There is a chance, albeit slim, that this might load. Slim chance. But it might. Automania next. Automania. I do love Automania. It's actually where Wally's at work. There's a new version of that been released as well. I'm not sure. Is it Richard Langford? I want to say Richard Langford because there's a new version of Rex as well, a modern day version of that as well that's been created. That one's I think that was pretty lovingly done as well because the graphics are pretty much like the original Spectrum ones but just colorized, which I kind of like. I kind of appreciate that one. Not that I don't appreciate the other one. Don't saying that. I haven't played the other one, so I can't tell you. But I'm pretty sure there is a new modern day version of it. I think the problem with the modern day versions of them is that I have so much sort of invested in the past with these games that it's very hard to watch modern day versions of things. It's like they're currently remaking Highlander at the moment, and I don't know how you remake Highlander when it was, from my point of view, was pretty much it was done and dusted and it was great. Christopher Lambert. And I can't remember his name. The guy who played the Kurgan. It was brilliant. How is that gonna? How are they gonna? Yeah, with modern sensibilities and the less sort of I don't know. It just has the ability to ruin it. It's a bit like redoing The Thing, which they didn't actually do. They redid a version of The Thing, but they did a prequel rather than a sequel. And the prequel sort of went to merge in with it, but I never really seemed to make sense to me. It was like, because the original one was in the 80s, this felt more like it was in the 90s, and then it was meant to merge into the end of the movie. You can't really beat the Kurt Russell original. I think that was a fantastic movie. The visual effects were stunning. One of John Carpenter's finest. Especially, obviously you've got They Live as well. And They Live is fantastic. It's fantastic. I actually think we all should have some of those glasses because I suspect that's the world we're currently living in. If we're looking through the glasses, it'll say obey everywhere, and the money is "this is your God," wasn't it? God written on the money and things like that. Kind of feeling that's what's going on at the moment. But the point is that there was some really, really good stuff back then. And it's very hard for me to watch things being remade badly. Total Recall being remade badly. Did anybody watch the new Running Man? I didn't like it, but I remember it from. I don't think it was anything close to the book. The previous one was for Arnold Schwarzenegger, sort of part of his profile. I quite liked that one. I like the Running Man, that version of it. Yeah, it's very hard to sort of. There are so many ways to do these things. I actually genuinely think that big budgets sometimes are more detrimental to the construction of a decent film. I think they feel like that they should stop doing the big budget and do more, go more indie with it, and I think you'd end up with a better result. Do you remember when The Summer was big budget? From about 96, from my point of view, the Summer was a big budget. Oh, of course it didn't load. Of course it didn't load. Let's see if I can find it on PlayZX, and we'll see if it loads. But Summer was the big budget. Summer was was almost always something with Will Smith in it or something similar. It was like it felt like the would never end. There was always a big budget film that was coming up that was going to be a sort of something great, and I used to quite like that was big budget. I'm sure there is still now, but I do feel that I'm going to try this one. I don't hold up much hope for this. Pole Position's a bit of a law unto itself when it comes to loading. I don't know why I've just done that. Loaded it. Move the cursor key. Let's try this one. Let's give this one a go. It's a bit of a Atari Pole Position. We'll see. But I used to love a big budget film. Big budget films were fantastic. They were kind of what you waited for the summer, wasn't it? And then there was sort of that winter sort of last sort of things before Christmas. And but big budget films. Again, I can hear a turbo loader here, so this is never a good sign. Well, it sounds very turbo loadery to me. Another Namco title. No, I'm not even gonna continue. That's not gonna load. Let's see whether or not we've got something else. Let's see. Load it. What else have we got on here? We've got another one here. US Gold version of it. That doesn't look good either, but we'll try it. See if this one works. You never know. We might get one of these to load. Poll. Yep. I'm bracing myself here. I'm sitting here bracing myself for this to load. It's terrifying. This is the hardest part about what's on the tape. Watching and waiting to see whether or not a game actually loads. It's amazing how many actually do in the long run. There's a lot of games that actually do load. It's amazing that tapes are almost 40 years old, and possibly in most cases here, we're talking about tapes that have sat in somebody's loft space or somewhere damp and dark for many, many years before somebody's pulled them out and gone, oh, I better sell them on eBay. That's what we're talking about here. It doesn't mean they're bad. It just means that there's a good chance that they're mouldy or whatever else is. I don't like the look of that because I think that should have loaded the screen. No, that's not working. No, that's not working. That's not working either. Right, I've got something else, though. I've got Plan B. Ready for Plan B? I'm ready for Plan B. Let's do Plan B. Let's do this one. It's also called Pole Position. But it's a lot shorter to load for a start-off. It's from G. Whitehead. Oh, we've played this one before. This is very weird, this one. I remember this. Yeah, this is a very weird one. We have seen this before on What's on Tape. It has appeared when Pole Position has done exactly what we've seen there. We probably won't even load from tape anymore. This is the scary part about it. They've got to the point where they're just unloadable. They don't work anymore. They don't function. It's a shame. But we discussed this many times. I've said this to you before that maybe we could is there a there's a sort of market for tested and untested and tested and it works. That's what people want. But is there a market for that rewriting the image to it, rewriting the sounds, re-recording over it? I don't know. It's a little bit concerning that people would how happy would people would be with that. Right, we have played this one before. I'm not sure. Oh no, we haven't. Yes, we have. No, we haven't. Prepare for qualification. Oh, we might have done. I don't know. Yay! It's a basic game. It's really good. Do you know what? It's just like playing Pole Position, the original one. Oh, you just move left and right. Oh, don't. Yep. Speed 500 kilometers. Am I over? You just have to avoid them. Move left and right with the curse keys. Yay! That's actually quite good. I quite like it. Very simplistic, but at the same time very, very playable. Here we go. Very simplistic. I can't slow down. Can only go left and right. I've got qualifying. Ah, no! It's pretty good. Press the brake key. A list. And always amazes me how good, a little games like that are. It does. It amazes me that. Amazes me that they work so well as well. Right, let's move on. Let's go, peoples. We've got I think 13 more games to go. 13. I did say it was going to be an epic, so you brace yourselves. You brace yourselves. Strap in there. You maybe have to pause for a beverage at this point. We are really going for it. This is what you call an epic. These are the long ones. These are the big ones. I like them to be about an hour and a half normally, but we are now past that. We're now running into extra time. We're deep into extra time. That's about the limit of my football terminology, by the way. I try and play fantasy football at work, but I'm not very good at it. I haven't quite grasped the subtleties of the fact that it can be completely random whether somebody wins or loses. I keep on thinking, well, you should win because you're better on paper, and that's not exactly how it works, unfortunately. The jumper's coming off. We're getting serious now. The jumper's coming off. We are serious. We're getting seriously in here. This is a good game, though. This is a good game. They used to have their packets, their cassette cases come with I don't they have like some kind of loader on top of it, like top loader written on them, or micro mega written on them. I think they do. They're like it's like etched on the front of it or stick on the front of it. It's like plasticated printing or something similar. It's very cool. I'm trying to look up and see whether I actually have a copy of it handy. I don't. I can see Falcon Patrol 2, though, as I discussed earlier. I wrote the manual for that. I don't even remember writing that, though. This is the worst part about it. I don't even remember writing it. I know it's me, because it's got my name on it. Oh, I think I hear the kettle. There might be another beverage on its way. No! I'm thirsty. No? I know, but I now need another one. I need one. Need some intravenous coffee injection. No? I did offer you one. She's saying I'm not offering her a cup of coffee, and definitely offered her a cup of coffee. I did offer you one, but it was too early for you. You want one now? Anyway, Automania. Yeah, it's basically Wally. Finally goes to work after trying to avoid working Everyone's a Wally, which is a fantastic game. Honestly, it's brilliant. It's so good, but I'm so crap at it, and I have no idea what I'm meant to do in it. I remember many years ago, a colleague of mine on their lunch break, we were playing on an emulator, finished Everybody's a Wally, and Everyone's a Wally, and I was quite impressed because I'll be genuinely honest, still don't to this day know what's going on. I think they're all trying to avoid going to work in it. They're trying to sort of work their benefits, the benefits scam of some sort. And the whole family's just trying to avoid it, including the baby and there's like a punk in the family, and there's a few other things. It's very of its time, isn't it? It's like the Purcell advert. Do you remember the Purcell advert with the skinhead in it? That was from was that the 90s? Could have been the 90s, that one. You know, you remember it. Oh, Mum! That was the thing. Kept on pouring stuff. It's like, oh, Mum! With everything. She's like, why don't you wear the white shirt? And he's like, nah. And here we go. Do. Right, what's the keys? Can I define? D. 6. Up, down, left, right, jump. Okay. Enter start game. So this is us, Wally. And I've pushed how have I managed to put the jump in the wrong place? Because space can't be jump. Bombs. Right. Okay, I'm going to die. But basically, this is his garage. I'm going to show you in a second all these things when I get done. This is his garage. You've got to find the bits of the Sinclair. The Sinclair. I was going to say Sinclair C5. It's not Sinclair C5. I wish it was. It's a Citroen C5. Let's define the keys. You can see why it's corrupt at the top of the screen. That is due. Oh, look, I managed to put too many keys are the same. D to define. 6 to define, sorry. F. Oh, I've done it again. Why do I keep pushing that? 6. Let's check. Let's move my fingers over a little bit, maybe. Up, down, left, right, jump. That'll do. Right. So, Wally here is try to pick up this bits of car. So you have to grab the car. Not fall while you do it. Oh, you idiot. Why did I do that? I literally just said to you, don't fall. So we go over here, and he grabs a bit of door, and then we have to go back and just make it over the top of there into the next room. And then I have to go up here, and then I have to put it beside the car, like that. And we've got time restarts, and we go get some more bits. There's old BP there, British Petroleum. If you want to pay maximum amounts for your fuel at the moment, that's who you go to see, because they are literally selling it into Europe instead of selling it to the UK. British Petroleum, looking out for the British people. Anyway, we go up here. And I don't know why I fell off, because I have no idea why that fell off. But let's enter my name. There we go. You notice the top of the screen's still corrupt. That's because it hasn't actually overwritten that with anything into the memory. So because it hasn't, it's going to stay corrupt for the whole of the game. Which is very good. So, we'll get that door again. Oh, you idiot. I've just jumped off the edge. I'm rubbish. I'm a crap Wally. I'm a crap Wally. You're going to watch me be really bad at this. How have I not picked that up? Oh, I did pick it up there. Great. Right, okay. Doodle-doo-doo, doodle-doo-doo. Here we go. Come on, Wally. And we go through here. We jump this thing again. Watch out for the little robot. Oh, I've got cake as well. Oh, careful not to lock that. Oh, I've got cake. People say I've cake. I don't know why I walked into that fan. It's because I've got excited because I've got cake as well. I've got cake to go with my terrible car driving and things. Right now. What? Hang on. Oh, that's not on. Literally fell off the edge again there. I fell off the edge. It's a good game and I'm rubbish at it. Look at that, I've got some score. Look, got some score. So it's time-based score. Let's go give another go. What? I'm on one more go, people. I'm going to see if I can get that other one over here by the BP thing. BP. Right, I've got that. Right, that's how you get it. You jump it. I have it. We have it on board. We have a bit of car. And then you've got to fill it with fuel after you've done all that. Surprisingly, once you've got the car back together again. I'm not entirely sure how the car has ended up in so many parts. I can only imagine Wally was responsible himself for this. Managed to scoot under there. Do I have to jump? No, you idiot. Is it a Citroen C5? Is it a Citroen CV? Oh, what am I doing? I'm like moving on. Done. That's it. Had enough. No more. None of that. Right. Yeah, I'm sure it was a Citroen CV2. 2CV? 2CV. That's it. 2CV. Very, very important that it was a Citroen 2CV. Let's see what we got on here. We've got Scrabble and Football Manager coming up. What a Wally. What a Wally. I've got coffee. I have the coffee. Nice loading screen on this normally. It's Wally with very large nose. He always had a very large nose. Is it his wife as well? I'm not sure whether it's his wife. But they've got a little baby as well. There's a punk, and there's a few members of Wally's family. I'm sure there's like 5 or 6 characters you can swap between in it. One of the things about this though is it's dramatically beautiful. It looks great on the Spectrum. It's one of those things where there's loads and loads of colour. It's the colour clash is ignored over the game itself, the way it looks, the way it feels, the way it plays, and that for me is a kind of a. I like it when they do that with the Spectrum. You know, the thing itself. It's such a weird thing, isn't it? Can you imagine? Just as there's this little imagine in the world, you know, the Sinclair and Acorn were very much a heavy rivalry back in the day. Not Commodore, which is really weird because they didn't see Commodore. I don't know why they didn't see Commodore as the same kind of threat. But they definitely saw Acorn as a major threat in the UK as a producer of computers, especially with the old BBC B and the TV show about computing. It seems mad though that Sinclair opted for a sort of text-based palette for his machine because he felt it was going to be a business machine, you know, and what it ended up being was a games machine for a good percentage of those people that actually had the Spectrum. It became a games machine, whereas the BBC probably had a better, better palette and easier to program for graphics and computer gaming wise than the other way around. And it just, the fact that the Spectrum was so cheap in comparison to build is really weird, isn't it? It's like the colour clash was there because they thought you'd only use text in 8x8 squares. That's what they thought you would be doing with it, and graphics would be sort of probably limited to several colours coming across the screen to do something or fill out very basic stuff. I think there was a decision was made there when it was probably possible to do something else. If you look at the Amstrad CPC, which is the only 8-bit computer of sort of, from between the Commodore and the that doesn't have some kind of colour clash. It does not have this. It's not a feature of its set. It was possible for it to create graphics on screen and not clash the colours. And it also had a very, very vast, what I would call arcade style palette with it. It's a beautiful palette. In fact, I'm a bit very jealous of the Amstrad CPC's sort of palette, and so it was clearly possible to do that because of course it was all processed through the old Z80 processor instead of a graphics unit itself. Really, ULA I suppose is the graphics unit. I don't know. It's not it's one of the quirks, and it's a beautiful quirk. I like it. I like it when people don't care about it. If you look on my channel, there's the Mr. Hare sort of stories and games created by Lee Chop Stevenson, who's just recently released Mr. Hare 2, which is the saga of it. It happens to be an isometric adventure. Not seen the full game yet, but I'm certainly interested in owning a copy. But there you go. Wally, Wilma, Tom, Dick, Harry's. But yeah, so five characters. That's a pretty decent number of characters. Wages. So you maybe are making money. I don't know. I'm lost now. But Lee, I said to him once, I said, I like the fact that you don't care about colour clash, and he said, "What's colour clash?" Being obviously the ironic and of course sarcastic response to the whole thing, which is always great. We love a bit of that. So, what's the music? Everyone's a Wally. Everyone's a Wally is the music. That is the music. There they are. There's all 5 of them. What's the move? That's left. That's right. There's the baby. I don't remember how you swap. No, baby doesn't tax you. So they all sort of disappear. But look at the graphics on that. That is flipping fantastic. I'll be honest, that is really good looking. I'm Wally, obviously, to begin with. And then you can go in the buildings, and they don't care. Look at colour clash going on there. They just don't care. And then I don't know how you swap to somebody. There you go. I've now swapped to the punk. I'm now Tom. And then you've got things in the banks and stuff like that, and I can't remember what exactly things you've got to collect for and why. Whoa. Oh, good. Tough luck, gang. You earned 0 money. Do-do, do-do-do-do-do. But look at it. It's so good. It's graphically stunning. It looks the business. And as I say, I don't know what we're trying to do. I mean, obviously, I try to earn the wages. Yeah, you press the numbers to swap to characters. Let's go in this one. Let's go in the bakers. Not out of the bakers. Let's go in the bakers and avoid the toast. Yeah, I picked up some monkey nuts. I'm not sure what they're for. Some health. There's a burger. Was there a zoo somewhere? Let me see a zoo. Oh, you can keep walking along here and it goes miles. I remember this. You walk along and you pop through the other side. It's like 2 miles. Look. That's how far you got to go back. No, don't kill Wally. It's so good. The graphics are amazing. No, don't die. Something got to do with jumping on desks. Can't remember, people. It's so long since I played this. It looks so great, though. Look how good it looks. I think one thing about this is that it's a game I really ought to try and learn to play sometime. But I always remember doing exactly the same thing as a kid. Loading it up like this. Wandering around a bit. Remembering how great it looks. That's a Red Lion pub. That's a proper British pub, that one. Oh yes, it's got tankards. We know it's a proper pub because it's got tankards. No. Yeah, it's so good. It looks so great. BP. Chemistry place. Chemco. Oh, zero money. Hey, it's such a good-looking game, though. I'm not gonna. You can't argue that doesn't look great. I just don't know what I'm meant to do in it. Yeah, I know it's a little bit like sort of Dizzy Games and other things. It's that kind of. You've got to put this with this to make some money from that with that. And it never. The problem with it is, as much as I like the look of it, how beautiful it is, now I just never got round to playing it with any kind of ferocity. I don't know about anybody else. If anybody else would finished Everyone's a Wally. It's a really fantastic game. It's a great game. Really, really good game. Now we're kind of in reverse order here. This is Back to School. This is the follow-up to School Days, which is actually amongst all these tapes as well. School Days. This is the further variation on the school element of it, where they added a girls' school to the other side, and you actually have a girlfriend as well in the game. So you have a girlfriend as well as whatever else is. This is again Bully from Rockstar, the sort of the new sort of upgraded version. I love the fact Rockstar are a bit of an interesting company in the sense that they tested things like they had a ping pong game. Did you know that they had a ping pong game? They had a ping pong game, an extremely good ping pong game. That's not loading. Let's see if we can find School Days on here. Or Back to School, sorry. On PlayZX. Let's do that. They had a ping pong game, and people forget that they had a ping pong game, and that was kind of a test for the engine they had. To School. Let's see if I can find it. Is it Back to School? Back to School. Alternative. There we go. Next. Right, press the play button. Let's put that in. Yeah, people forget that they had a ping pong game, but they had a ping pong game back in the day. They also, he says, just checking the loader. Alternative, that'll do. Let's do this one. Yeah, they had a ping pong game, and they also had Bully, which was really, really, really great. It was good fun. It was a limited. See, I like the idea of open world, but it has to be, I guess, logical in my head. I get bored with games where they just take me everywhere around it because I have to go around it. I want to go to the places I want to go, and if I want to go explore somewhere, it's because I want to. So, for instance, in games like Skyrim, or for instance, or even the Fallout games, exploring places had benefits. You went there and you got better weapons, or you found more loot for your house, or specific characters. There was a real method to the madness with those kind of open world games, because they were role playing games as well. But when they're just open worlds and they've got tons of side quests and they're taking you all over and going, look at the beautiful scenery as well as this is the next kind of thing, I used to get quite bored with that. I still do. Whereas Bully is kind of limited. It's scope. It's like you're at lessons. You're doing what you do in this game, but back to school here. You've got lessons. You could do time after school to play. You've got bullies. You've got You've got dorm rooms, and I kind of like that. I kind of like the feel to it. It's literally this. It's like somebody. I mean, to be fair, let's be honest. DMA Designs, who were part of were Rockstar originally. DMA Designs, they used Turbo Esprit as effectively the template for the original GTA game, the first one, the top-down one. I wouldn't be surprised if they hadn't got history of things like Back to School when they were looking at building Bully. It's a great game. It's fun. Very enjoyable. I think I've got, if it mattered nowadays, I think I've got all my Xbox 360 achievements on it. I still think it's worth playing today. It definitely is. Not that I like giving money to AAA companies, but it depends, I guess, on whether you want to do that. It is what it is. I'm still with indie at the moment. Indie's for me. They're so much more involved with their titles, and it's so much more important that they hit the right market and the right people with it. That it's a different thing for me. It's very much a different thing. I've got coffee though. I actually have some. I've got Swiss roll as well, but I don't think I'll be eating that right now because I'm still talking to you. Because you're still here, aren't you? Hello. Say hello in the comments if you're still here. It's a long way through. You're a long way through. You're deep into this now. You're like me. seriously invested in the time that we're spending here on these Spectrum games. I love a bit of Spectrum games. I'm still swayed. I don't know about you guys, but I'm still swayed by a beautiful cover. I rather like a nice cover. If it's got a nice cover, I'm like, I'm in. Just shut up and take my money. Here we go. It's got a nice cover. And that for me, I've said this before. There's that meme out there. That horrible meme where somebody buys their game back in the 80s and it has a picture of a dragon and a knight fighting on the front of it, and they get it home and it's a green blob, hitting a white blob, or sort of say white blob as the knight hitting a green sort of dragon-shaped blob, and they look disappointed. We weren't. That is rubbish. It's propaganda from the AAA companies that said we need shiny, DLSS 5 AI filters on everything that look shit and don't move properly and are just none of that AI slop there. No, we had imagination, and I think kids still do, by the way. I don't think this is gone, but we had imagination, and when we looked at that, we saw a knight fighting a dragon. And that's what we saw. That's what we saw. We were impressed when the graphics got better as it went along. Yes, we were. But when we looked at it, that's what we saw. I mean, I'm looking at these games now, and when we were playing Bubble Trouble there, I didn't look at it and go as a square blob followed by a circular one. I saw a little burglar man that was meant to be there, burglarizing the place and emptying the houses while we're chased by a rather weird prisoner-style balloon creature or a bubble. We didn't mind. You look at the screen and the graphics there, and we're looking at what it doesn't even match the PAL on the screen, the number of squares to whatever else it is. The central area is the area that we play in. We don't play in anything else. It's counting down now. It's loading up, I think, still. But we didn't mind. It was good. We still liked it. 0. Do. There's your girlfriend, by the way. So there you in the centre on the left, and she's on the right. Demo mode. So there's a scared caretaker, and you're not meant to be in the girls' school, but they've got hockey sticks now as well. Oh, it's so cool. Start. I can't remember what the keys are. You get points as well for kissing your girlfriend, which is quite funny. I think you just go over to her and press K. Is it K? Yeah, it is. It's K. It's K. There she is. Oh, she's been knocked out. Don't knock me out. Oh, there she goes. There she goes. There she goes. It's kiss the girlfriend. That's their school over here. I think we're allowed to join up for the school part. Don't do that. Boy wonder. Yeah, same thing as well. I think it's crown cut. Come on, kiss girlfriend. You're not allowed in here. Thanks. I'm Eric, of course. 100 lines. Yes, I know. No, I won't let me kiss her. I'm not going to punch her again. Punch her. I'm going to show you the other school, though. We'll go to the other school. Even in Bully, they had a kiss mode as well, which is interesting because it tells you a lot about the game. It's janitor. Come on. Oh, missed her again. There you go. Give her a little kiss. There you go. Got her. Can't remember what it does for you. Oh, it reduces your lines. That's exactly it. My lines got to 0. There's the cool teacher again. You can use the bike as well, if I remember rightly, by pressing B for bike. Is it B? I can't remember how you do it. There's a button for the bike. In this case, I think it's cups we're doing that we've got to fill up to do it. Similar sort of story as the first one, if I remember rightly. The school's got you've got to sort of deal with your report card. There's so much more to do in this one, though. Mr. Creek in the yellow room upstairs. That's the yellow room up there. Mr. Creek being the old man. There's the headmaster. So impressive. Yeah, they're definitely the cups. Can't remember what you have to do with the cups. Is it C for catapult, if I remember rightly? I don't know if I can hit this one from here. Oh, sugar. No, that's crouch. Can't remember what the catapult is. Here we go. And the green room. And we got S to sit. There's so many buttons, though. This is the thing about this game. There's loads and loads of buttons. Oh, it's so cool, isn't it? Look at it. I think it holds up today, I'll be honest. I genuinely do. I think that there's the SWAT. I think this holds up as a game today. I think when you look at games like this and the quality and the level of sort of development for the whole thing, it's quite impressive. Come on. There you go. Oh, here we go. He's going to sit at the back, and then they're all going to move along. Eric, sit down now. Yeah, I know, I was only doing it because that little kid's going to get in my way, look. Please, sir, I cannot tell a lie. Yeah, you can't tell a lie. Is it W to write on it? Yeah, you can. Blah, 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 blah. There we go, we're writing some things on it. I've written on the board. I'll get into trouble for that later. Yeah, there's so many different things to do on this version, though. There's so many more. There's a mouse to catch as well. There's a rat somewhere. There you go. You can see it upstairs. There's a rat up here, look. Yeah, you go join the assembly. Wow, what a game. I really like this one. I really like all of them, to be honest with you. I was never very good at them, though. These are ones where I definitely need my magazines for with my instructions on how to play it. Eric, come along, you monster. Ah, the days when teachers were teachers. Yeah, I'm coming. Don't keep me waiting. I'm running. Running all the way. Yes, I know, I'm right here. Come along, you monster. This is the days when they used to grab you by the ear and drag you along. No, I'm coming. Searching for me. I'm here. Yeah, I'm here. Dear God, I've got so many lines. 10,000 lines and the game was over. Sit facing the stage. I'm sitting. Find out who blew up the head boy. That sounds disgusting. Leave the head boy alone. Eric, don't punch you. Don't eat your fat mates. Mr. Rocket in the science lab. Don't eat your mates. Oh, okay, whatever. I don't know why I'm doing that. Is that is that assume the position? Touch the ground. Crouch. That's pretty good. It's so good. It looks good. It plays well. It looks great. We'll see the original one shortly, but let's carry on with Sandy White's fantastic ant-attack. As I said, I always say this when I look at this one, and I say to myself, why? Why did Sandy White not win the war? You know, why did Sandy White's not sort of own the entire world with his soft solid patent? I'm not sure it was painted, and that's why. Maybe it was. Solid Soft, it was called. It was where sort of you made, sort of 3D backgrounds and made them solid soft instead of being vector graphics. They were kind of, well, they were soft and solid. And I'm going to forget the keys again. It's always the way with this. Ant Attack. Fantastic game. Come on, Ant Attack. I'm fast forwarding here like crazy. Almost there. I can feel it. There we go. There's a space. There we go. That's not Ant Attack. This must be Ant Attack. Must be Ant Attack. Come on. No, that's back to school. Bit of back to school still. There's space. Back to school. Maybe. There we go, Ant Attack. Yeah, Ant Attack. I remember seeing Ant Attack for the first time at a friend's house. And it was a revelation seeing those solid graphics for the first time. The fact that the walls were different coloured greys, it's like slightly in the sun and slightly not in the sun. So it just looked cool. And I remember thinking, this is amazing. This is the future of computer games. Unfortunately, it is an isometric, and I'm not a massive fan of isometric games. I'm not a fan of. Let's clarify this. I'm not a fan of isometric games when they force you to walk forward, turn left, turn right, walk forward, turn left, turn right. That for me doesn't work. If I'm playing an isometric game, because some of my favourite games are technically isometric. So original Diablo, one of my favourite games, is technically an isometric, but you can move anywhere. So there's a freedom of movement there. I think what it is for me in these is the lack of freedom of movement. I'm going to say something controversial now, so I hope you're sitting down. I never really liked the tank-style controls of Resident Evil. Yeah, I know. Let it sink in for a second. But I never really quite enjoyed them. They just didn't. Yeah, they were kind of. Yeah, a little bit. It was a little too fixed and too rigid for my liking. I felt like I wanted to do more. I don't know, you could move more, but they were very tank control-y, and it was where it came from. Sort of the isometric days. They are very tanky. These controls. They're lovely, but they're tanky. And I just felt that you wanted to react better. There are a few exceptions to the rule for me. I do like Batman. I think it looks great and it plays well. I do like Head Over Heels, but some of the other ones, it's just a chore. Some of the Ultimate ones later, I know they're one of the best, but some of those Ultimate ones, Nightlaw, Alienate, no, I didn't like them. I liked the graphics, I liked the boxes, I liked what they came in. I preferred the 2D flat graphics. I thought they were better in with those, and it was revolutionary at the time when those isometric graphics came out. Making almost a 3D object on the screen was like, oh my god! It was like next level graphics. That was your next gen at the time. But it's funny to see that I don't remember it very much on the Commodore Amiga or the Atari ST or even the Mega Drive and things. I don't remember them being, the isometrics being so rigid in their approach. If there were many, I can't remember many of them. But being less rigid was a better thing in my mind. That went well. That one loaded beautifully. See how well loaded? It loaded up like an absolute beast. It really did. Let's see if we can find it on PlayZX. We're not stopping until we've played every game apart from Pole Position, because we've already played that one. But no, I'm kidding. That one's not. That's never going to happen. Yeah, it's. Quicksilver release. That's the one I want. Loaded it. I don't know how much to get a J there. That was quite impressive. Don't think I've ever seen J when I press it. There we go. Ant Attack. Sorry. So yeah. Yeah, I never really liked them. I can't really explain in any sort of any other kind of way other than the fact it's just I think they're very rigid. Whereas when I was kind of used to at this point games where you were in a 2D environment where you could move around, things like a jetpack where you can fly all over the place, or even your Manic Miners or your Chucky Eggs. There was quite a lot of what I would call fluid movement in both of those games. In fact, Chucky Egg more than Manic Miner. Chucky Egg you could jump and grab a ladder as you went past, and it actually worked. It was brilliant. It was part of the mechanic of the game. There were many other more fluid games, and then there came along these sort of quite rigid games which would sometimes required you to move quite quickly, and I never got even when I was younger, my brain never quite got round moving so sort of rigidly and then changing direction and doing this, that and the other, and I never really quite got me through the whole thing. I'm hoping I'm loading the right one here. No, it's a Quicksilver one. Okay, that's... It's just the fact it's just old program. I thought there was a loading screen. Okay, we'll find out in a minute. We'll find out when it loads. We'll see actually what happens. Yeah, so I found them quite rigid. There are modern day versions. I haven't seen many of them though. There's one called is it Lumo? Lumo. I want to say Lumo. 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 And that one you can move all over, but it's still in those isometric environments where you're sort of jumping around things. I tried to love it, but I didn't. I think I even got a free version of it, and then I've sort of a general rule for my things. I don't want to say that I don't like something, so I'd rather not than say that it didn't really tickle my fancy as such. So I tend to play things that I like rather than things I dislike. It's rare that I actually say I don't like something. I didn't like. I'm replaying, and again, brace yourselves. I hope you're sitting down. Well, we played Rastan recently on the Super 20p Arcade Challenge. It's like 3 minutes long, my video, because absolutely hate Rastan on the arcade. I really do. I mean, hate's maybe a strong word. I don't dislike it strongly. It's not a game that I enjoy. I think it's pretty boring as a platformer. However, if you get me on the Spectrum version of it, that I would suggest is a better version, and this is the weird part about it. I mean, Rastan on the arcade is kind of the cream of the crop, the top of the tree in theory. But I think this falls into the Renegade category. Renegade on the Spectrum is by far better than the arcade version. I'll stand by that every time. Same with Green Beret, better on the Spectrum than Russian Attack on the arcade. And I think that applies to Rastan as well. And the Spectrum version of Rastan is much better, in my opinion, than the actual arcade version. And it came with a cool box as well. I mean, it's a blooming dirty great warrior sort of on the front of it. It's so much better. So much better. Right, drink coffee. Right, Sandy White. Still around today. I wish to be. I'm gonna be. Let's be 20th century. Let's be a girl, and I'm rescuing the boy. So we're rescuing the boy from thing. I quite like the idea that you could do that as well. That's kind of cool. So we've got a distress call, and we've got to find them. Let's find the keys. Oh, it's like symbol shift, isn't it? That's it. Yeah, symbol shift and M. That's it. What's forward? There's a button that goes forward. That's shoot. What's move forward? That's long throw, short throw, long throw. What's move forward? That's really long throw. That's really long throw. No, don't need those. Have another go. Yeah. What's move forward? Is it one of these? That's a view. Hate this because you've got views as well. That's one. That's another. Come on, what's the views? Space is the other one. Right, cool. Let's move forward. That's jump. Let's jump and let's move forward. Right, okay, so there's like a find thing on the screen there. So there's like a find sort of there's a scanner at the bottom. It's like hot or colder. And paralyzed Nan, yeah, I was trying to do that. My hero saved them. Take me away from all this. Yeah, I will do. They got me. And then we got to get out of here. And Solid Soft, of course, being the graphics there. It's fantastic, this game. It really is. This is one of the few other isometrics that I kind of like. So we've got a scorecard. Right, pressing key to continue. Now, this is a little bit harder. So our little person is slightly further away. Usually not that much further away, I'll be honest. And we've got to avoid the huge ants. But with the scanner, it goes green as we move towards them. So I think they're usually this way. Yeah, they're usually this way. Can I get a different view? Oh, I fell off. Like an idiot. Good shot. Kill one. Green, 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 green. Green. No, not green. Green. Green, 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 green. Move it towards green. There they are. I like the way they're tied up. It's kind of cool. I've got like so many lives left. I paralysed an ant. My hero, take me away from all this. Yep, cool. And then we've got to find the way out. You have to stick with them, otherwise they get upset like this. I'm getting bitten to death. I'm gonna die. Paralysed an ant. That'll save me for a second. Come this way. Come this way, my little friend. And then I think it's this way. Spacebar. Yeah, I think this is it. Yeah, this. Oh, this way. And then this way. And this way. And then we're over the wall. Run, run, run. Yeah, we go. Done it again. Rescued them again. It's kind of cool. It's very impressive, realistically. It's one of the few games I quite like. On your feet once more. No time for a coffee break. That's not true. This is what's on the tape. There's always time for coffee. Don't hit me with that. Don't hit me with that. So cool, though. Really, really cool. I like the way the first rescue you do is really easy. And then, it's slightly more difficult after that. Going this way. I knew you'd be up there. Just had a feeling. Do. Take me away from all this. And then if I fire some. Good shot. There we go. Oh my god, there's ants on us. Here we go. Go, go, go. I think we're here almost. I might have got another one here. Yes, look at this. Doing excellent. Congratulations, saved another. Amazing. Amazing. It's fantastic. Look at that. Are you brave enough to try it again? Yes, I am. It's a brilliant game. Excellent game. We'll go. Otherwise, I'll be here all afternoon. It's fantastic. So will you. You'll be here well into the evening. Well into the evening with the number of... We've still got... We've still got 8 games to do. You're ready for this? You are strapped in, aren't you? I hope you had something to eat, because you'll be a waif like by now. We're sitting here for all this time, watching this, listening to this. Anybody puts in a couple hours with this, I'm very impressed. You've done good, very good indeed. Scrabble, the fantastic. Who created Scrabble? Who was the Scrabble creator? What was the name of the company that created Scrabble? I don't know, but it was a really good idea. It's a very good idea. It's almost as good as Bookworm. Bookworm's a great game, by the way. That's a sort of I don't even know if that's still available. It used to be a company called PopCap. So basically, you're a little indie developer called PopCap, and you're doing quite nicely. So EA comes along and absolutely stuffs all of your products for forever. And the only thing you ever see again is Peggle, which is sort of is it a pachinko machine where they drop the balls down the whole thing? It's that kind of thing. But it was a good game at the time. And then EA takes you over and just sort of stuffs all your products and everything you were creating, which was very much what you would call at this point in the time a mobile style game, a sort of very simple, match squares, do this, that, and the other. In the case of Bookworm, it was make letters like you do with Scrabble, and sort of many points as you can with the letters you've got on the screen, if I remember rightly. Very good. There's one with Grim Reaper in it. I can't remember what it's called, though, off the top of my head. There's another one where you've got the Grim Reaper and you have to score points against it to attack things by spelling out words. I kind of like it, but for somebody who's not very... whose English is as slightly poorer than it should be, it is more of a struggle, but it doesn't mean that I don't enjoy it. And it's like the older I've got, the more I like to do mental math rather than using calculators and other things. It's really good. It's a very useful skill. I think everybody should do mental math because it's good for keeping your brain alive. I think you should know how much you're adding up to with things and getting the values right and multiplications and divisions and other things. I think it's a really good skill, and I think it's really well worth understanding the math of doing math. I think it's one of those things that I really enjoy. So I still like to stimulate my brain by doing sort of games like this. There's a game that I want to do at the moment for my indie channel, but I think I'm just going to embarrass myself with my poor English or my inability to spell particularly well. I've got better over the years, but it's never been one of my sort of strong points, unfortunately. So somebody noticed a grammatical error in my description on my YouTube channel, which by the way is gone now because I've redone it. With the help of an automated assistant, but that's how you're meant to use them, by the way, as an assistant, and then re-edit it in the way that makes sense to you and is actually reads sensibly. There's adding that human touch to things, but I've re-edited it since then, and to be fair, the last time round, I can't remember when I last changed it. It's probably been over 10 years since I've changed the description on my channel. The fact that people noticed it recently is quite amazing, realistically. It means nobody reads anything anymore. It's true. Nobody's reading anything anymore. We're all listening to it or having it read to us. We're losing a lot of skills, people. A lot of important skills. So keep doing math. I do recommend that one, and if you're into word games, keep doing a bit of word games because they're quite good. They're quite stimulating for the brain. It's like playing chess, I guess. Chess is one of those. I mean, we're gonna have some chess on this actually, but chess is one of those things as well that keeps your brain stimulated. The thing about chess is when we're playing it on here with you guys, is that do you know? It's another one of those things. I've said one of the things a few times this time around, but I quite like chess, and I have played chess, and I used to do sort of chess things when I was sort of at school and school age, and I was quite good at chess, and I haven't played chess really in any sort of serious sense for 20 plus years, maybe longer. So what I don't like doing is embarrass myself on chess on computer games. I don't really want you seeing me play the chess. I want to do a little bit of it, and then I'm going to stop and I'm going to do exactly the same here as well. I'm going to do like a few moves, and I'm going to go, it's chess, and I'm out of there. Simply because I don't want to show you how bad I've got at chess over the many years that I haven't played chess for. Because I've forgotten more than I actually know about chess at this point. I've forgotten enough about the sort of the moves and all the other things that are required. That has crashed. That is crashed. Let's get what's on the tape on the case. Let's get not what's on the tape. Let's get PlayZX on the case, and we'll do that. If you want to know what PlayZX is, by the way, have a little look comments the description below. PlayZX is a program that goes on your Android device, and if you've got a Scrabble. Okay, I can't find the original Scrabble, but I can find Scrabble Deluxe. This'll be interesting. Let's do this. You're here anyway, you might as well look at Scrabble Deluxe. This is by Virgin Games, Scrabble Deluxe, and it's a 128k game, which is the reason, hence me putting that on there. So it's quite a long load. What was I getting at? What was I saying? Oh yeah, PlayZX. It's a very useful program. You need a 3.5mm jack on your phone to be able to use it and do the whole thing. Oh wow, it's got the loading that British Telecom used. That's interesting. So this is a very interesting loader. What this does is if any part of it fails, you can rewind slightly to the chunk of data and then actually reload that chunk of data. So you can stop at any point. I could do that technically now. I'm not going to because it's a very long load. But you can do that and then go back in. Very cool. I'm actually quite impressed by this. However, the drawback is it increases the loader time by an exceedingly long time. It takes a lot longer to load like this with these sort of data bursts than it does to not. I'm guessing the yellow and the red, when that appears, that's the header for the blue bits, which are the data. They're being dropped into memory as we speak. Well, Virgin must have either bought it or was part of some kind of deal. I think did Virgin take over what was British Telecoms or Firebirds? I don't know. It's such a weird period of time, honestly, knowing that the companies, some have survived this, there's some that's still there, Rare, of course, being in Microsoft somewhere, buried, probably, under a mountain of Microslop. But there they are, they're still there, they still exist, and they were Ultimate, they were Ashby Computer Graphics or Games, people always tell me, because I always get it wrong, one of those two. But those were. That was a really long break there for some reason. Anyway, but they're still there. There's companies that still exist after the heyday of sort of Spectrum computers and things. And to be honest, I'm guessing it was a really fast time for those people involved, computer-wise, especially with those, as I said, those massive jumps from 8 to 16 to 32-bit machines within a really short length of time. By the time you get from 82 to the early 90s or 94, by 94 you've got the Sega Saturn, which is a 16, it's not 16-bit, it's a 32-bit processing machine, and you've got, is it 94 PlayStation? I can never remember PlayStation 1. See, either very close anyway. Within that 10-year period, you just go 8-bit, 16-bit, 32-bit, and it's just such a huge leap in technology and graphics and other things. I'm pleased I lived through it because I'm pleased to have been a gamer throughout it. It was a wonderful time it's a glorious time for sort of computer gaming. Some of the best stuff came out there. As I said, I struggle to think of things in the last, I don't know, 20 years maybe, last 20 years, that there is so fundamentally important to the growth of gaming. I really do struggle with the possibility. I mean, 2005. This is the really weird thing. 20 years ago. 2005, the Xbox 360 came out. 2006, the PlayStation 3 came out in the UK. It was probably out in the US and the earlier, but they came out then, and we that was a really strong period for sort of gaming. I think as well. It was a lot about the gamers and giving gamers what they wanted, rather than churning out muck with adverts in it. I mean, let's be honest. If it hasn't got an advert in it nowadays, we're utterly amazed. I think we've got to such a stage that everything's got an advert in it. You can't have a subscription now because there's not enough money. They need more money, so you pay for a better subscription to have no ads in it. It's bloody ridiculous. It really is. Stop it right now. Is what I would say. This is there is going there's there's going to be a flip at some point. How many more billions do they need? I don't know what else they can do. All those. I mean, not most people are not going to be billionaires, and most people aren't going to be even millionaires. That's the truth. So what else do they? They're literally sucking every penny out of us where they can, and if they can't do that, then they put advertisers in front of us so that they can maybe convince us to buy something else. Oh, it's nuts. Honestly, I can. Terrible subject. Let's not get onto that one. Let's go back to being Scrabble. I'm surprised. I'm actually quite surprised that PlayZX doesn't have Scrabble on it, to be honest with you. I'm not sure what deluxe computer Scrabble looks like, to be honest with you, either. I thought it sounds deluxe. It's like the Aldi or Lidl version of it. It's deluxe coleslaw from Lidl. Yeah, you know it's good because it's deluxe. It's got the word deluxe on it. I think Aldi's is very similar as well. It's like Supreme or something like that. Superb coleslaw from Aldi. I don't blame them though. Isn't it funny? Isn't it funny that the supermarkets they're doing best are those ones that do their own farming, or they've got their own, very much their own brands, so they can price them where they want to be with them. So they're making the money from farming, and they're making the money from selling their own brands, and they're selling their own brands, so they save very few sort of brand name, big brand stuff. And they're doing much better than those supermarkets. Well, I mean, not they're not doing badly, you know, these other supermarkets, but that own brand and owning it. You know, this is galls me that during just after the pandemic, the fact that the supermarkets like Morrison's were weakened by that whole process, that got bought by Americans. I don't think they know what they're going to do with it. They want Walmart, and they've got Morrison's, which should be, I guess, should be a slightly more expensive brand. But they bought it mainly for the fact that Morrison's had its own sort of farming, and because it had its own farming, this is actually a massive bonus for Morrison's. They can technically, you know, produce it themselves, sell it lower, and still, you know, keep up quality and whatever else it is. And as I said, I don't think they know what they're doing with it. If you go in them nowadays, they're no longer the Morrisons of old. You know, everybody, all staff are gone, and machines have been, you know, self-service has replaced everything. I don't know. I'm not saying that doesn't happen in a lot of other supermarkets, but it's a sort of it's a sign of the times kind of thing. They're just draining the remaining cash out of it. It's again, how much more money do you need? Well, back to the money thing. How did I come back around to that? Honestly, it's obviously in my brain at the moment. I have collected a lot of stuff. I need to do a What's in the Wild. I've got loads of stuff that's What's in the Wild. I literally have so much stuff. There is so much stuff, people. So much stuff. I've literally created so much stuff recently. Yeah, we need to get into that. We need to get into to What's in the Wild. I've got so my tastes and things and collecting things is so eclectic. It's funny. I was out with my wife the other day. I managed to escape away. You know, so we worked the weekend. Managed to escape away for one day. Still did half a blooming day. But that is life. Such is life, as they say. But we managed to find, and we went to a what they call an antique store nowadays, and it had like sort of Matchbox cars and things like that. And there was a monster truck that I had as a kid. It was Rolling Thunder, and I was like, should I buy that because I had it as a kid, or should I just leave it there? I did actually leave it there because I was like, do I really need it? Are you using ZX Spectrum Plus 3? No. Resume a game? No. Player 1 name? That's me. Play level 1. Player 2 name? CPU. Computer. What level? 1. Enter. See me thinking? No. View racks? No. Placement speed? 2? 1? Right. Right, I'm going. What's going on? Are they doing it themselves? Oh, we're all doing it ourselves. All right, we're all computers. It's doing itself. Do you know what? For a 128k game, I suspect the only thing that's better, there's nude. It's put nude on there. Come on, goat, nude, glee, tube, fair, glee. It's just doing 4-letter words everywhere. Look at that. It's just loving them 4-letter words. That's fantastic. Right. Yeah, okay. But it's for a 128k game. I kind of half expect a bit more from it. Does that make sense to you? I half expect it to be a lot more on the, a lot more. It's probably got a bigger dictionary, but that's about the size of it. That's all you're getting from it. It's about as thrilling as you can see, though, because I'm not even playing this. Beep. There's a Glee in there twice. Can't believe that. Right, okay, let's move on. That was so unexciting. I'm literally falling asleep here. I hope you aren't. I hope you're not falling asleep, because I am here to entertain you. Are you not entertained? Let's see what this is. Come on. Okay. Right, I'm putting this on the other tape deck. We'll give it a blast. This is Football Manager, apparently. Right, into the other tape deck. Here we go. We're loading. We're almost there. Honestly, I think I have a general feeling that this may just beat the other epic that I did a while ago. Do you remember that one? That was a long one. If you have a little look, it was an absolute monster of a. I think this is still Scrabble. I'll be honest. Or is it? No, it's not. It's not. No, we're not getting any Football Manager there. Let's see if I can find Football Manager. No, I've never looked at the about. Yeah, very nice. Looked at the about on PlayZX there. Right, that's okay. Let's find Football Manager. Yeah, this could actually beat the last epic that I did, and honestly, it was monstrous. It was huge. I'm not even making any funny comments. Football Manager. Let's do re-release. Football Manager Microbyte. Oh, addictive. There we go. That's the original and probably most known version of the whole thing. That's the one by Kevin Toms. Thomas? No, it's Toms. I think it's Toms. He's still knocking around. He's still doing. His games are now on sort of Android devices. I guess though you have to remember them back in the day to really enjoy them. I don't know how many sales of those. I don't know if he did okay. I guess he did. I mean, he had his own company, didn't he, at one point? Addictive Software or whatever it was. So he did okay. He did all right. Probably sold quite a lot. I mean, to be fair, very good football management games are very, very sought after. Is Championship Manager still a thing, or Football Manager still a thing? I don't know. I mean, the hilarious part about that is that, I mean, here's another thing about talking about sort of a bit of greed. Of course, EA is now is what used to be FIFA. Is now, of course, FC Football Club, isn't it? So it's no longer FIFA because FIFA were too expensive to have the license for the name. I don't know. It's nobody else has taken the name because I guess they're too expensive. One of those. I mean, I don't think anybody can license football. You can have football as long as you don't license the people in it or try and attempt to copy their likenesses into it. I mean, Sensible Soccer used to have all the players and their names were spelt incorrectly, which is the way they got round it. So every player was in there, but they were all slightly spelt incorrectly. I mean, obviously there was no photorealistic likeness with Sensible Soccer. There are people out there, though, who edit entire databases for it. You can still find Sensible Soccer matched up to the playing teams and think stats of today. So they still exist. It's still a thing. It's still out there. It's still happening. Still being built. We have, I think, what we got left. We have, I'm literally counting it down now. We're getting to that point where we've got so much stuff, or so many things. I think we've got 7 games. 7 games still to go. I can't believe I'm managing. To be fair, it really helped that my missus there brought in some more additional fuel, coffee fuel to keep this churning. What else have I collected recently? Oh, apart from all of the usual sort of, there's quite a few specky things. As I said, I'm trying to remember what we picked up here. I'm just looking behind me. I'm just looking at what did I get? What? Oh yeah, the Ladybird books that you've probably seen. What else did I get? Oh, here we go. Yeah, I got a couple of Spanish ones that came up recently. I got Triple Commando, which I have no idea what that is. No idea. Yeah, Kevin Toms. There we go, Kevin Toms. Triple Commando, which I have no idea what it is. I'm going to have to get that sorted soon. We also got Mutant Zone, which is also a Spanish one. I've played Mutant Zone before. It was on the ZX Spectrum Vega. Oh, and one called Lunar Lander. I'm just looking behind me in the box that I've got behind me. Right, what's my name? What's my name again? Right, there we go. Put my name in. My name is in. This is quite a good one, really. You got to choose the teams. It's amazing seeing the teams, though. I was finding it really weird. Right, let's do something non-too... let's do Luton. Let's be Luton. Luton in the Premiership still? No. Are they? I have no idea. I'm going to be a beginner. I think, remember, team colours. Your team colours, 0 black. I'll be the white ones. Okay. And then it fills out little stats for the players. It's pretty good, actually. I'll be honest. This was very good. So you basically, if you go, where's my? You can change the names of the players, keep the save, 99 to continue, obtain a loan, print out the scores, 8 to list your players. And the scores were out of 10, I think. And there's energy and things like that, and you've got to pick who's playing for where. Kevin Keegan, somebody Regis. It's kind of cool. It's very cool. In fact. Okay, let's have a little look. So what else have we got here? So do 99 to continue. And then we did 99 to play, I think. Yeah. Enter to continue. And then we get like a little match, if I remember rightly. Get like a little... So it's us versus... them versus Man City. Why is it Man City? I'm not Man City. 99 to continue. Highlights to follow. I didn't think I was sure to be Man City. Or Blackpool. So you get this little goal thing. I always quite liked this. I always thought it was kind of cool. But we always knew whether he was going to score or not, depending on the angle. And I think that was one of them. I didn't think I was Blackpool. I thought it was Luton. Maybe I chose Blackpool. I don't know how I managed to do that. Oh, I think Man City's... Oh, no, I'm hang on, I'm Man City. It's very cool. If you're into football management, this is kind of a game that you'd like. You really did. But I remember rightly, you could edit the stats of all of your players. I like the fact that they just kicks it straight back and the player just stands there watching the ball go out of play. Yay! Getting hammered here. Go on. And he got fired back in. 3-0. Break. Right, new. Super chess it is. Super chess. Let's load it. Load it. Actually, to be fair, I'm going to put it in the other layer because it seems to work a bit better in that one. Let's put it in there. Let's pop it in there. Didn't I promise an epic? You've got an epic, haven't you? If you watched it this far, then put your name below and just write the word... No, don't put your name below because you know what the name is. It says it on the thing. Just write the word epic below. I watched an epic. In fact, I watched an epic. Because you did. Massive one. It's huge. It's kept you busy all day. I had to be doing fair. Oh, God. We're not doing very well with these. I don't think any of them actually. I think there's like one that's loaded off the tape. I think we've very much been very unlucky with all of this. Let's have a little look at this. Super Chess. Super Chess. Was it 2? Super Chess. Oh, we haven't got Super Chess. I'll be honest. I'm not so upset that there's no Super Chess. I'm tempted to load this instead. It's called Super Crap Invaders. I'm not sure what we would find when we load this such a auspiciously titled thing, but honestly, rather than playing chess again, let's oh Lord did it. Let's play Super Crap Invaders instead. It's by Mark Woodmass from 2004. It's a stop statement. It only runs in 128k. That's fine. I can do that. Let's do that. Super Crap Invaders only runs in 128k. Let's do 128k. Super Crap Invaders. Fair enough. Never heard of it. It's really weird because I'm looking through this. There's no Super Chess in here. Nobody's put Super Chess. I'll have a look in a second, see if there's another one. But yeah, there's no Super Chess. We'll have Super Crap Invaders, I think, instead. And then we've got Speech Chess and Othello on there. And then that's that one done. Yeah. And then we're on to the last 4. The last 4. Not even close to being so many. I hope it's not rude. Multi-view skew. Super Crap Invaders. The screen, not the game, you big jerk. Let's jet set Willie at the bottom. It's quite a quick loader, actually, this one, so it may be loaded very shortly. So we'll see if I find out what Super Crap Invaders is all about. Why does it have to be 128k? Maybe it's got music. Yeah, Mark Woodmass, or Woody, obviously. No Super Chess. I do like Invaders, though. I'm a big fan of Invaders. First time I played Space Invaders. It was the version 2, which is basically the version where you've got the slightly green panel over the top of it, so it's green and it's the do. That version, yeah. 1979. Not 1978 when it originally came out. 1979, that's when I played it as a kid. 10p it cost for a game on it. Was hooked. That was me, hooked. There was the future. The future was there, starring Jet Set Willie or Minor Willie. Okay, let's press the enter key. Level 1. Okay. How do I shoot? Oh, there we go. I shoot and I can jump. To avoid those. Yeah, your last life. You got to jump as well. Avoid. Oh, sugar. That's why it's called Crap Invaders, because I almost said you're shit. I am shit. It's true. I was crap. Oh my god. That is crap. Crap Invaders is definitely Crap Invaders. Oh my god. Jumping over that, it's just hard. Last life. Right, okay. Oh, I guess it's going to say, yeah, you're shit. Starring Minor Willie. Yeah, I was pretty good at that. I'm going to have one more go. One more go. Oh my god, I've been rubbish. Oh my god, that shot when it goes across the screen, it's just horrendous. Done it again? Wow. No! No! Oh my god! Yeah, okay, I'm crap. Let's move on. See what we've got. See whether we can get this other chest to load. We'll see if we can get another chest to load. What's this one? Speech chest. Chess. I don't know if this will load. I'll go. Gonna get it. We'll give it a go. We'll give it a go. See if we get speech chest. If this is the one I'm thinking of, it actually is quite good. I've played it back in the past. It played quite well, realistically. Speech chess. Let's see if I can find it as well. No, it's not in PlayZX. We're not doing well here on PlayZX for these ones. Don't know why the chess games aren't there. Speech chess isn't there. Let's see whether we can let this load. I'll be honest, I'm not overly fussed about a chess game that doesn't work. Which one's this? Which one's this? I think that's the first thing still. Trying to load. Let's fast forward this. Let's fast forward it a bit. Oh, yeah, I'll be honest, I'm not really bothered about a chess game not loading. I don't mind Othello, though. Othello's quite good. Pogo's good as well. So's Bombjack on Spectrum. It's very good. The Amstrad CPC version is pretty special, too. Don't like the Commodore 64 version as much. It's not quite as good. Here we go. Speech chess. Or spec chess. Oh, right. Okay, it's not speech chess. It's spec chess. Very popular back in the day. Arctic Software. I bet you that's on PlayZX just in case we need it. Spec chess. No, it's not. Nope. But we have got something called Spec Man in case we need it. So if this doesn't load, we've got Spec Man, which sounds cool. No idea what it is. 1982. Probably Pac-Man, to be honest with you. That tends to be the way. If this is the version that so it's not the version of speech that I'm thinking of. So there was some really good ones out there back in the day. This Arctic one, though, if I remember rightly, is pretty smooth. It works quite well. There are some really quite nice ones out there. I always like Battle Chess. Do you ever play Battle Chess? That was pretty cool. On the Amiga and PC as well, where you just basically... But I used to set it up so that, you got the moves so you could see the Queen killing people or the Queen getting killed by people. It was very cool. I liked it. It's a lot of fun. Oh, this tape is terrible. Right, we're going to do Spec Man, whatever that is. Let's do Spec Man. I don't care. We're going to try. We're loading games regardless of whatever they are. We're getting them in there. You are getting games. You are getting them all. Let's do this. Spec Man. Okay, Spec Man. Spec Man. Okay. Let's play. Spec Man it is. We've got Othello to come up. I don't think Othello's going to load, so I'm just going to find it on PlayZX after this. Oh, no, it's a low code. Stop. Break. Load, did it. High extended mode code. Spec Man. Jenga Software. Or Jeng Software. 1982. No idea what it is. Stop. That's definitely not loaded. I know that's not loaded. There's no way that's loaded. Load, did it. Code, enter. Play the button. If it has loaded, then I don't know what I'm loading. That's weird. I've loaded that, now I'm loading this. That's kind of a reverse order. Okay, I'll do it. So we load the bytes in first, so then I had to do load did it again to load whatever was coming after it. This could be interesting. Or then again, it could be absolutely nothing. There's so much good stuff out there, though. So many So many fantastic sort of selections of games. So many. Is it Flea the Life of Flea that's meant to be the rarest Spectrum game around? I'm pretty sure it's Wilbur now, by the way, because I tried to find Wilbur after that like a couple of weeks ago when I found Wilbur. It's Pac-Man, but the graphics haven't loaded. That's weird. Yeah, it's Pac-Man, but the graphics haven't loaded. And the controls don't work. Okay, then. Let's move on. Let's move on. We tried it. It didn't work. Let's move on. Let's see what else is on here. So we have... Oh, God, I'm pushing buttons all in wrong orders now. It's been a long time. We've been sat in place for ages. I hope you're comfortable still. Othello. Not to be confused with the... let's do that one. That must be the one. It must be the 16K version. Pretty sure it will be. Let's press the play button. Yeah, not to be confused with the William Shakespeare one movie. Oh, we need a load code. Loaded it. Code. Stop. Play it. Try it again. Here we go. Always liked a bit of Reversey. Or Othello. CDS version of it. This will have been same people who made the Steve Davis snooker. This is CDS. CDS are microsystems, of course. Microsystems, because, well, they're systems and they're micro. Wow. We've gone through so many games. I say this is not even bite size. You're going to be here for a while. Going to be here for a while watching all this. So many interesting. I say. I mean, recently it's been a case of I've been a little bit into Hot Wheels recently. It's been a bit of a new obsession. I've kind of enjoyed that, and keep finding things that I want, and they look really nice. I'm a bit obsessed by finding Ferraris because everybody seems to buy the Ferraris, and there's never any Ferraris. So whenever I see 5 Ferraris, I'm quite. Whoa! I found a Ferrari. As I was saying before, though, I found that Rolling Thunder, which was like a monster truck back in the day. Everybody wanted Bigfoot, now wanted Rolling Thunder. It's kind of weird because I wanted the van. I guess it was a sort of an A-team type thing. I like that sort of the A-team sort of play against a computer. I guess I kind of like that. Black always moves first. I will be black. My move. I'm gonna go with move. I'm gonna go with. Do I do the row? 5, 5, 6. No, not 5, 6. Yeah, that actually worked. Right. They're going to move. So the idea is that you block them one to the other. You've got a number of them. And they basically turn the over to the other colour. So the likelihood is the computer will go into that one. Yeah, I was going to say 6, 6, because it allows them to turn more of them over than I can. So it's likely that they're going to go that way. You want to get corners, so I'm going to do 7, 6. Corners and edges are the big thing. Once you've got the corner and edges, you're kind of winning. I think it's going to go 5, 7. So that's opposite my one there. Or it's going to try and get to the corner, which is going to be 7, 7. It's probably going to do 7, 7, I'll be honest. No, quite surprised by that. Oh, I can see why. See, it's now going to try and do that whole corridor of them down to me. To my bottom corner there, so it's trying to block me in so it can go down to 8, 6. So I'm going to go 3, 6, 3, 6, and go above it, which means I get 2 there, like that. I like Reverse Sea. It's quite a good game, Othello. Plays quite nicely. Pretty simple game, easy to set up. The concept is easy, the controls are easy. Good sort of board game. Okay. This is going to be interesting for me. I think I'm going to go 3-4. Loads of them. Right, computer's now got one left. Where are you going to go? It's going to go straight above. It's going to go 2-5, I think. If it goes anywhere else, I'll be surprised. No, it has gone a different direction. It's trying to stay away from the edges. That's what it's been taught to do, not to do the edges. So, what can I do here? I am going to go 4-3. Let's do that. It's probably going to go below me. As I say, it's trying to stay away from the edges. It doesn't want to go the edges and doesn't want to go the corners. Once you've got a corner, you can't be turned over. So there is a reason to. That's the plan anyway, to avoid the corners. Let's try to avoid the edges at the moment. Yeah, that's exactly the way I thought it would go. Right, I am going to go 6-4. It's going to go in probably. Oh, I don't know. Actually, we'll see what it does when it does it. Let's try to force a situation here. It's not happening so far. Yeah. Yep. I'm overthinking this now too much. 6-3. Where are you going? Where are you going? I'm not controlling this yet, by the way. You only start controlling it once you get edges and sides. Oh, it's got one. It's going 8-7. I've just realised. Damn. Oh, it's not. Wow, that surprises me because now I have an edge. It's given me an edge. It's given me 1-5. Oh no, sorry, that's not. Oh, sorry, 1-4. Why have you given me an edge? You shouldn't have given me an edge. Oh, it's going to get one as well. It's going to get one now. Yeah, we've got an edge each here. We have a problem though. I have a problem. It might give me an edge, but I've now put myself in a bit of a situation where it's doing that. If I do 2-4, where's it going to go? It's going to take another edge. But is it going to let me take further along? Where are you going to go here? I'm so confused about where it's going to go. Technically, it should take another edge. Yeah, it has. But I can take the other edge along beside it. I can take 1-7. That's mine now. You now have a problem. I could play this forever, by the way. Sorry, I'm just completely into it. Yep, I could play. Yeah, it's a good one actually. This one, I quite like it. Boom, doom, 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 doom. It might do the other one at the bottom there, though, and take out the entire side here. Yep, it's going to do that. I knew it was going to do that. Anyway, right, I'm going to quit. Can't break. Right, move on. Let's look at the next one. Let's look at the next tape. Right, we have got 4 more games to do. 4 more games to do, finishing with the ever classic and ever brilliant Trashman. Which, by the way, still haven't played the Moonlighting version. The Moonlighting version did come out because there's 3 Trashman games. There's Trashman 1, Trashman, on vacation, I think it is, on holiday. And then we've got, this is not loading. Of course it isn't. It would be too difficult for it to load first time round. Trashman Goes Moonlighting, which which is a game that is on the Amstrad CPC, not on the Spectrum, which is a bit of a shame. And he basically goes moonlighting, cutting lawns and things like that. It's like advanced lawnmower simulator, but with Trashman. Bit of a weird thing to do, but that's the way it's gone, you know. So yeah. Right, here we go. Trashman, not Trashman. Oh, no, it's not working. Oh, hang on. Brace yourselves, it might. Okay. Pogo, as I said, this is a Qbert-style clone, so it's about sitting inside that three-dimensional maze, and that's a good old what we didn't want, good old one of those. Let's continue on via PlayZX. It's a Qbert-style clone. It's good. I think it was an Ocean release. Yeah, it was an Ocean release. I can see it here. Qbert. Let's see if I can load it from here. Without resetting, we'll see if it loads. It was a clone. It was a decent clone, actually. I'll be honest. It plays quite well. I used to like Spellbound, which was from Beyond. Beyond had a lovely one called from Spellbound, and it really was good fun. It's good to play. This one's not bad. There's a lovely picture. Bizarrely, in the picture on the front of it, on the sort of single dual case that this comes with, if you look through one of the windows, you can actually see Qbert hiding in one of the houses. I thought that was a nice touch. It's a bit of a cheeky touch, but at the same time a nice touch. I always thought that that was just too much hassle to sue. I guess they thought there was no money in computer games, which is the reason why they probably didn't sue back in the day for it. Yeah, one of these houses. There he is. He's there in the middle. See his little eyes popping through the middle of the building to the bottom right there. It's sort of above the sort of stairs. There he is, little Qbert looking out. See, I told you he was hiding there. Hiding amongst them all. And then we've got one of my faves next. One of my absolute faves. I'm a massive fan of Bomb Jack. Bomb Jack is just a stonkingly good sort of arcade conversion of the Spectrum. Still plays really well today. I played the Super Bomb Jack, or Twin Jack, I think it was called, which is the second sort of version of it on the Super 20p Arcade Challenge this year. I think it's called Twin Jack, actually, or Twin Bomb Jack, something like that. But it's not quite. It's all right, but it's not quite as good as Bomb Jack. Bomb Jack, it's very hard to pass a sequel. But of course, there are examples of where it does actually happen. Take, for instance, the fabulous sort of remake of Pac-Man, which of course was Miss Pac-Man. But that was effectively a modification of the original Pac-Man, which, by the way, was quite commonplace back in the day with arcade machines. They would modify existing machines so that you could basically extend your hardware life, basically. So you came and you got a modification added. So that was one of those things that actually went into that sort of making of that. It was kind of but Miss Pac-Man was, of course, Midway who altered that, and I believe that Namco at the time attempted to sue, but it never went anywhere, or should I say, there was enough modification that was allowed. I guess you can't really get away with that nowadays. Most people don't like you modifying anything at all. Take your sort of devices that you own at home. Technically, you own them, but you don't own them. The people who made them own them, and you can't open them, and they don't want you to open them, which is a mad situation to be in. If you bought it, it's yours. That's how I genuinely believe with these things. You can't sell me. It shouldn't be selling me a license to own something. Madness, absolute madness. If it's mine, I'm doing what I want with it. Absolute madness. It's quite a long load, this one. I think it'll be a 48k game for sure, and absolutely sure of that. And of course, Bombjack doesn't like the +2. Well, it actually doesn't like the +2A. It's not very, very keen on that. It's not one of its favourites, unfortunately. Spectrum is such a great little machine. I really do. I'm a massive fan of the whole thing. I'm glad they made the Spectrum, actually, because that meant people who maybe hadn't played on it before got a chance and an opportunity to play on a machine they'd never played before. And we played Crap Invaders today, or Super Crap Invaders. Never have played that before if we hadn't got PlayZX. Again, this is you know, searching for something, you find something completely different, and you go, oh, what's that? We should play that instead. Much better than not doing it. Are we there? We are there, people. We are there. One for keyboard. Oh, hello. I just missed what the keys were, but I have a rough idea. What are the keys? There's a little farting man. Yeah, I know that. I've jumped off the edge. Yep. So basically you have to flip the colours from one colour to the next. It's even got the little platforms you jump on and the snake that appears, that attacks you. Right, I don't know what the keys are. I'm going to have to see what the keys are. See what the K for keys were. Does it show you on the screen? Ronald Rhodes. Does it show you? Oh, right, okay. Cap shift. Wow, they're crap keys. 1, 0, break and cap shift. Wow, okay, I can do this. I can do this. Yeah, KGB. Right, so there we go. Oh, bums. Does it start all over again? No, it doesn't. Thank goodness for that. Right back to the top. And lands us there at the top. It's a pretty cool game. I liked it back in the day. There you go. First one cleared. Nicely done. Pyramid complete. Unused sources. I got extra points for unused sources. So I have to change these colours back to green. Yep, change them back. Yeah, it plays really well. Oh, blue. He swears. You see, Qbert had suffered from the early days of Tourette's. His language is often ripe, and it's obviously the same for Pogo as well. He's obviously got the same problem. He's a very, very rude man, very rude kid, or whatever he is. Thing with a large nose. Oh, bums. That's exactly the words he used there. So bums. Oh, yes. Mug's the best. Put your initials in. Yeah, there we go. Got initials in. Top, bottom of the table. Yeah, good stuff. Good fun. Pretty special. Looks. Well, it actually plays really well. Apart from the fact the keyboard's a bit dodgy when you're looking at playing it on a +2 because of the way the positions of the cap shifts and all that kind of stuff. But other than that, pretty cool. Like that. Right, let's go on. We have Bombjack next. Good old Bombjack. I'm not even going to try and load it from the tape because it's not even playing off there now. So I'm giving up. I'm giving up on the tape. I'm going to put it on PlayZX. And this is where it doesn't have Bombjack because Bombjack is like licensed to something like that. Really? Bombjack Elite Systems. No, we've got it. Let's Let's do that. Let's play. Great game. Really looking forward to playing this, actually. This is one of those games that I kind of left it towards the end. I kind of adjusted the tapes around in the pack because obviously I didn't want too much sports, because we can't. Too much sports and too many board games can be a bit boring. But I was like, yeah, we gotta have Bomb Jack. We've got School Days, and of course we had to have the old faithful, the original sort of the OG of Watson tape there at the end. Trashman himself with his little trash up and down the road. Fantastic stuff. This is another great game. It's such a great conversion. It's like Pac-Man but with jumping. You're collecting bombs, you're collecting sort of weird power-ups, you're jumping around the screen, collecting all these bits and pieces while avoiding the sort of various bad guys. And if you get a P for power-up, you can sort of eat them as well, or turn into little weird sort of tokens that you kind of eat. But it's such a fantastic conversion of a game. For me, it played really well. It's so good that the Elite actually put it in with their Bomb Jack 2, which I suspect very much was going to be a new Thundercats game, because it's actually on the Commodore 64 version, which is on my channel. Have a little look at it. The Commodore 64 version, the music for that is actually, hear the thunder, hear the roar, Thundercats are here. And the guy looks like Lion-O. He's got like a sword. He's like a little slightly orange, like the sort of a tiger would be. And he's got, was it tiger? Lion-O? Oh, it's lion, sorry. It looks like lion, like looks like liony colours anyway. And he's wearing the blue top that Lion-O does. And it genuinely looked like it should have been, it's such a weird thing. Bomb Jack 2 for me was a massive letdown after Bomb Jack 1. I think the first game, good old BJ there, Bomb Jack, great name. Good old BJ there was a fantastic game. It was a very simple concept. They could have built on that and done so much more. It's a bit like the Miss Pac-Man, the building on that concept and building it a bit further. It's like Junior Pac-Man. It's really good because it expands the size of the mazes. It's really nice to play. This is one of those games which, if you'd expanded on it slightly, it would have been better. I know there was a Super Nintendo, Nintendo Entertainment System version of it, Super Bomb Jack. Don't think it was particularly good. I think it was a pretty poor. It was a poor man's sort of delivery of a particularly. It wasn't quite as good. I've played it. I'm not that impressed. I mean, actually, while I'm thinking about the Nintendo Entertainment System, I'm going to say something again controversial. Sit down, please be sitting down. You're probably already sitting down. You're probably lying down now, comatose by listening to me for the last 3.5, maybe 4 hours. But anyway, you're comatized by this. But here's another controversial thing. I think the Master System was better than the Nintendo Entertainment System. It had a better palette. And I think the games were better ultimately on it. And I know it's very controversial to say that, but I think that it's one of these things, in hindsight, there's a lot of people who make retro-inspired games, and nobody's doing it as based on the Master System. Yet the Master System had a much better palette. It was a better-looking machine in that context. And there you are with the Nintendo Entertainment System, like winning it all. And although it had some great games, I agree with that. I just don't think it was as good as the Master System. I mean, maybe I'm a little bit biased considering I've got almost an entire collection of every Master System game there ever was for the UK and PAL regions, which is, by the way, there's only about 290 odd games. But the point is that it still was. It had better colour, better sound. It was overall. It was a better machine. I think personally, I think it's one of these things that people look back. I mean, you can look back at the Spectrum stuff and rose tinted glasses and all that kind of stuff. But at the same time, it's those rose tinted glasses. When you look at those two machines, you might have seen more Nintendo Entertainment Systems. Yeah, I agree with that. But the Master System was probably a better machine. I know. I'm saying some controversial things today. Tank controls, Resident Evil. I'm gonna have to shoot myself. Right. Anyway, carry on. Let's do this. Press 1. I think I've got the keys already in my head. Yeah. There we go. So I tap the fire button or the jump button to make myself float, which is what I want to do, or stop my jump. And I'm jump through these, and I want this thing. And you get as many bombs that are on fire as possible, because if you get them on fire, and not the boner... Yeah. No, I got killed. If you get them on the lit, the fizzy bombs, you get extra points. It's sort of a bonus for collecting them. It's pretty standard in arcade machines to do that. But yeah, in Bomb Jack, you getting those bombs. It is really useful. There is something to make you jump higher. I can't remember what it is. I'm gonna have that as well while you're at it. So there. And if I get the fizzy bombs, yay! Got sparkling bombs, should I say? 22 sparkling bombs. Fantastic. Properly arcadey, properly brilliant. I absolutely adore this game. I think it's great. And of course there's extra points for doing that. Look how well it plays. It's so smooth. Really is. It's really smooth. I'm glad we're playing this. There we go. You can see I've played this a number of times in my life, because quite literally I'm there with the things. Oh, come on, all you guys drop off there. Yeah, we go. I want sparkling bombs. No! Died. And then sparkling. Yes, got 20 of them. Extra points there. I don't know if I got enough for an extra life there. I'm hoping I did. Come on. No, didn't quite. Yeah, here we go. Sparkling bombs. Get so obsessed by sparkling bombs. I played this to death as a kid. I really did. I've played a lot of this game. It's so cool. So playable. So fantastic. Oh, God. Killed myself. Dived into that. I was hoping he'd move away. Right, okay. Enter your name. Oh, look at that. What a fantastic game. It's so good, so playable, so much fun, and it works so well as well on Spectrum. It plays just brilliantly. It's one of those really amazing games. Right, okay, we're gonna because we've been at it for so long now, so you must be exhausted now. It's like half a day you've spent with me, on this. Let's move on. Let's get this done. Let's get it over the line. Let's get some trash done. But let's first do our school days. Let's return back to school and let's get this school thing done. School days it is. School days. We are on school days. I can't remember which version we installed. Installed. What am I doing? Installing it? Probably take a little while longer to boot than this. Anyway, but yeah, we got school days just to finish off, to get a little feel, a taster of that first game, to see how they built on it for that second one. You know, the build between, you know, adding the girls' school, the classrooms, the additional sort of things, the water pistols, the catapults, the weird reason why you have to crouch down and put your behind in the air. I don't know. Was he biting a pillow at the time? I don't know. But either way. You could see the change there, and I like the way that you reduce your lines by kissing your girlfriend. She doesn't like to be kissed too often, but if you kiss your girlfriend, you do get your lines reduced. I'm not entirely sure whether she does your lines for you. Maybe she does. Maybe that's what happens during the whole thing. But yeah, this one obviously is the original one. It's Contact Sam Cruise. It's another game by these guys. They were so good. They were so in depth. There was so much to them. They were so involved. There was so much great stuff, and it's so clever. And it honestly, can't believe that this is in 48K of memory. 48K. Pictures aren't even that small nowadays. Nothing's that small these days. I remember back in the day. I remember seeing demos from the 1K demos for the PC. So this is PC demo scene, and this was about maximizing and improving and doing things. And they did 1K demos, and these things were absolutely phenomenal, from sort of sine wave type waves of colours and imagery on the screen in 1K. And then there was the 64K, and that was like 64 times the amount of data that they could get into these things. They were absolutely unbelievable. stuck into these small amounts of memory. They were just amazing. The demo scene on the Amiga, I don't know what the Atari ST was like because I didn't have one at the time, but the Amiga demo scene with those 800 megabytes, 800K, should I say, 800K, not megabyte, 800K discs. And the amount of stuff you could get onto an 800K disc and have these things going past. They were phenomenal. They really were. The demo scene for the Amiga was a massive. We used to absolutely. I mean, we used to put these things on just to watch them or listen to them because they were just, from techno music to what was known as the ham images manipulated on the screen. They just blew your mind. Things don't blow my mind in the same way. The latest sort of technological advancements that slap AI all over the top of what was already designed by artists and whatever else it is to make it supposedly look better, and it effectively just becomes one blur of crap. It's not the same. It's really not the same. Honestly, it's mental what we're going through at the moment with this kind of stuff. But people's vision of the original imagery, Oddcore, I've mentioned this before on the channel here. Oddcore, beautiful artistic vision of what the designer wants to do. Something different, something strange, something wild. It's so good. It's worth a look. You have a look on the channel. It's on there. There are many games like that are indie developed. I was discussed earlier when I said to you, get out there, and if you've got Steam, get a copy of the full version of The Long Dark. It's less than £3, which is about $5, I think. Round about. Maybe it's $10 now. Probably the interest. You never know. But either way, it's so. It's got an art style that they've stuck with and stayed with. It doesn't need enhanced in any way by stupid filters and things like that. It just needs to be the art style it is. I mean, yeah, it's madness. But the thing about it is, people should stick to what they want to do and go with the art style they do. There's a game, Cruel. It's on my channel. Cruel. I played that. It's a very short game. It's very tight and well designed. It's what they call boomer shooters nowadays. They're not boomer shooters, by the way. They're Gen X shooters because they're more our sort of age group. But anyway. But those shooters, those sort of, Doom-style shooters, this particular one is sort of more PlayStation 1 in its styling. And it's really impressive. It's really fast. It keeps you going because there's a fire chasing you through the building that's burning apart while you kill things as you go. And it's really, really nice. It's a cheap, inexpensive game. It's a bit mad. It's a bit mental, but it's really good. So, right, press any key to play it. You can actually change the teacher's names, but I'm going to say no because I've not got 17 hours to put in the time. So, no. I want normal controls. Oh, I've pushed the button accidentally. It doesn't register. I hear her, Eric. No, we're going to skip through all the people. It tells us all the names anyway. Eric, Tearaway. Boy, Wonder. Yeah, he's Tearaway. Here we go. The bully. It's called Angel Face. Oh, I forgot he was called Angel Face. What a great name for a bully. Angel Face, the bully. It's got the face of an angel, but the Einstein, the SWAT, brilliant. Yeah, I like that. I like that Angel Face. Headmaster, Mr. Whacker. Spelt that wrong. He's got a cane. That's what it is. It's a nasty fella. Mr. Rocket, the science teacher. Great name. And press C to change the name. Cast of characters. I mean, even this is just great stuff. Mr. Withit, the geography teacher, of course, he's very cool with his teddy boy hairstyle and his probably his whatever kind of shoes he used to wear and jackets. History teacher, Mr. Creek. So good, so clever, so fantastic. Oh, it's brilliant. I can't even tell you how brilliant this game is. I mean, it's the original. So again, this one is you've got to open the safe to do things, and you do that by. And I got punched in the face. I don't know how to get up. How do I get up? Eric, 100 lines. Get off the floor. Yeah, I know. How do I get up, though? Stand. S. Right, yeah. So, and then again, this is one. Oh, this is the one where I've said before, you've got to shoot these with a catapult. There's a second one, though, you need. Yes, it's a C's catapult in this. So we got to get all of these, and it gives you a code to open the safe, which is interesting. And you got to shoot the teachers and stand on their heads, basically. Yeah, you got to shoot the teachers and bounce the catapult shots off their heads to get them to. Somebody said this the other week when we played this. Very clever. But look at it. I mean, honestly, and they do the whole class thing and come in and go in. It's so good. There's so many of these, so easy to get. I love Wheelie. Yes, Wheelie's a great game as well. You know what? That would have absolutely done this. Oh my god. This would have absolutely. I hate sums. Yeah, you boy wonder the tearaway, of course. There's the safe in the teacher's lounge. Eric, catapults are forbidden. There we go. That one's got. Pretty sure I could finish this back in. Well, no, I don't think I ever did finish it, but I should do. Should finish it. There you go. So many of those so easily to complete the game. It's really weird that it's a shield. It's like cups in the next one. It's well, we've seen it earlier, but it's like trophy cups that you have to fill up or something similar. Which one? Map room. Far end of the building, basically. There's another one. There's another one. The map room's the far end of the building. But you get a general drift. We need to move on. We need to finish. We need to finish with a flurry. With an absolute stonker, one that has been through every sort of iteration of what's on the tape. Every time what's on the tape's on, we have this game. It's the man, it's the Trashman, it's the new generation software. It is a fantastic game. This is really, honestly, this game is really good. It doesn't need a remake. It's beautiful as it is. It is about a man and his bin and his love of the ZX Spectrum. It's great. It looks cool. It looks like a British suburb when pubs were a thing amongst them. A British suburb. Those days when a lonely bin man would put a gigantic metal bin on his shoulders and then carry it on his shoulder to the bin truck, tip it in, and then bring it back again while clattering the whole place down. You know, at the early hours of the morning, and arrive on time and all that kind of stuff. Fantastic stuff. Really good. Nowadays they've got all trolleys to do it easily. But no, Trashman is the thing. Look at that. You can tell it's a British suburb, right? You can tell it's a British suburb. How can you tell it's a British suburb? Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. On the left-hand side, we have a greenhouse in that garden. On the top right-hand side, we have another greenhouse, okay? We've got well-cut lawns. We've got the bin round the back. We've got mini metros in the car parking spots on by the pub. The public house that is on the street. And they only need one bin because there wasn't any rubbish being created by these guys. You know, no wheelie bins required there or large sort of containers. No. And there's your truck going down the road. I mean, all you need is dogs, which you will do. You'll have dogs, cars, gates, well-cut fences. There is a British suburb, if you've ever seen one. That's a class of its own. Sound like Hyacinth Bouquet. But maybe I'm going a bit mental. We're getting towards the end. I'm excited. I'm excited to see Trashman. I've kind of waited all this time to see the one game that I've actually been wanting to see, which is Trashman. Trashman being maybe not perfection, but certainly an amazing game, a sensible, game where walking the grass gets you into trouble with the houses, and detached, semi-detached houses, gates to walk through, dogs that chase you, people that come out and talk to you as you go as you're doing it. Yeah, we didn't know what we had in the 80s and 90s. We really didn't, and I don't know where it went. And I hope it's not our fault. I don't think it is. I think the problems have come from other things that have appeared since, the lack of needing to talk to a human being and all this kind of stuff. All of that's a change for the world. Oh, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. I'm so excited. I can't wait until it loads. Hurry up and load, Mr. Trashman. I want to play. I want to play this to finish with, these series off while I have a 2-week break, and then we'll come back. But as I say, you've got Easter in between. You can get some chocky. You can maybe get some time off, hopefully. Good 4 days. Nothing better than that. Something hearty in the soul for a bit of a relax and a rest. Get yourself have a nice drink if you like a drink, or have something nice to eat if you like something nice to eat. Yeah, all the good things in life. That's what you need. Cursor keys for the keyboard. Yes, that's the ones. I'm sure you can change those. I don't think I can though. I think press 1. No, that's it. Oh, yes, right. Yeah, there's cursor keys. Yeah. I hate the cursor keys for this. So one thing I hate about Trashman is the cursor keys. They're horrible. There we go. Let's put my name in. The best Trashman they've ever had. It's me. Here we go. Right, so there's us. There's a little Trashman. Oh, yeah, look at us go. Go get our bin and come back. You go a bit slow when you've got the bin. Once it's emptied, it goes faster. There's our bin truck. Let's pop it in. Empty her up. Always give it a double tap. Now, your time goes down. That's your bonus there. But the moment I start walking off, somebody will come to the front door and say, would you like to see the computer my auntie gave me? And I'll do, because I get an extra 45 points. And once I leave, I get 45 points. There you go. I thought I might need a license for it. No, you don't. Oh, God, I nearly ran over because you die straight away, by the way. You don't get any... This is a one-life Trashman, this. We get a single life. That's all we get. And then we're dead. Don't walk on the grass, though, because that upsets them and you don't get the bonuses from the houses. Come on, quick. Only got 5 bins to do here. Dump it in. Lovely. Lush. We got that in there. Let's go back. Oh, I love it. I love Trashman. It's so good. I've just realised. Look at the shadows. When he walks outside of the... Oh, look at that. Something. She wants to give me something. What does she want to give me? 50 points. That'll take that. She's obsessed with this thing. Take it, give it away. What we got? Can't believe I believe it. I've been picked up a Spectrum. Yes, you have. Right, up this road. He's my bin truck's going for it. It's so well designed. It's such a fantastically brilliant game. I honestly, we've seen Trashman many a times on this channel, but it's still. Do you want a tip? Yes, I do. What's the tip? Don't go into strangers' houses. That's his tax inspector. Yeah, it's so good. I didn't realise, though, the shadow went over the character when he walks through the shadow of the houses. I've never realised that. All this time I played it. Look how cool that is. There's ray tracing just right there for you. Huh? Yeah, stand back, NVIDIA and AMD. There we go. Yes. No, I've not seen that delinquent son of mine. It gives you a little sort of statement at the bottom. They call him the Manic Miner. Right, let's get in here. Straight on over. Whoa, we're going quite quickly. Let's get on over. Oh, that car went really fast. So did that one. Go. And back in here. Is she going to give us a tip? Or he? Do you want a tip? Yeah, I do. Give us a tip. That gives me loads more points. We get the first road done. Oh, look at that. And then I think I just run up the road, don't I? And we're done. Whee! Yay, done a good day's work. We've done it. That's cool. Let's do another one. 6 spins. I'm on it. I'm on it. We're over it. I don't like the ones like this because you just can't see where you're on the road. Probably should have gone across the road first. I'll be honest. That would have been a more sensible option. Let's get that bin emptied. Yes, what a great... As I said, what a great way to end this epic one. 4 megabytes of memory in a Spectrum? Yes. What an epic we've got to finish with. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't get run over. Not by the man on bike over. Quick, get the bin from over here. Come on. Let's move. Let's move like we've got purpose. Look at him. He's a machine. Lifting bins over his shoulder. God knows what's in that. Oh, that car nearly ran to the other car. Let's go, go, go. We're up the road. Come on. That's it. We're going for it. We're there. Bicycles on the pavements and everything nowadays. There's another... We got another opportunity to get a tip here. Well, we got a tip. Take it away, please, my son. He's obsessed by it. I'm going in. I'm in. Just got a Spectrum. I can't believe I've been given a Spectrum. Yes, you've been given a Spectrum. Lovely. Let's get this one. You sometimes get dogs chasing you as well, which is, of course, very bad news. Ah! I've been killed. I got good points. Can't believe it. I died. Very good. Very good indeed. Right. Please feel free to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I'll see you in the next couple of weeks. I'll put last week's episode. I'll put it in the bottom corner here, and bottom left-hand corner. You can have a look at that. There's plenty of other stuff on the channel. There's plenty of indie games. There's plenty of Spectrum and other titles coming along during this sort of time that I'm away. But yeah, thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me for an epic. You're all fantastic and brilliant people. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye now.